All right, everyone's unmuted. There we go. All right. Welcome back to War for the Crown. First thing we're going to resolve before we get into everything is last time, Lord Titus Lothede, the cousin of the Count, was successfully poisoned, and we're determining how awfully that poison got him. He's already down on a bit of con, a bit of strength. I'll roll his next fortitude save, which is going to be lower because that con damage. Lower. He got even lower than last time. Go ahead and roll another d3.
Another one.
Another one. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, that lowered his. All right. Getting there. All right. And how many more rounds is it?
4 more.
Okay. Next one is a fail as well.
That's a 3.
Okay, so he's taken 3 strength and 5 con so far.
Yep.
Next one would have initially been a pass, I believe, but now that he has a lower con from the poison, is a fail.
2 more damage just gone.
Holy shit, this might just kill him. His con is not insanely high. All right, next one. That's a nat 1. That's also a fail.
Another 2 damage to con.
And how many more rounds is it?
It's 1 more.
One more?
One
okay.
more, yeah.
Fail.
2 more damage.
Okay, so he took 1, 2, 5, 7, 9, 11. Holy shit. I mean, you'll see the results once you get inside, but it's that was a lot of con damage.
I feel good about my life choices.
And it was just 1 strength for each one of those?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's gonna bump him down. Just a shell of a man. Okay. Alright.
And it takes 2 cures to cure him or whatever. I don't know if that matters.
So how quickly did that happen?
Well, you did that during the persona phase, so I believe that in game time was probably like a day or so ago. Like, it was probably yesterday, so he's probably not had a lot of time to recover.
Yeah, and it was 6 minutes.
Even if he's smart enough to realize he's been poisoned, which is unlikely. He's not very smart. He could just think he's like sick.
Very sick.
Like, he shockingly, the drunk Titus cousin guy is not very smart. All right.
Toddy just keeps getting stronger and stronger.
Very true. All right, so where we left off last time here. Sorry, excuse me. You guys have pretty much finished. You did finish part 2 of this book, which was Scions, the Songbird Scion. I'm blanking on the last part of the name. Saboteur. Yeah, you guys are on Saboteur now. So you have successfully brought your county around to just be like incredibly into you guys with 46 loyalty points. You guys are basically local heroes. The town of Stachys, as well as the surrounding Moret County, which is what we're kind of looking on in this map right here, are all like ready to back you against the overthrowing of the Count Bartleby. That being said, he does still have a few men at his disposal, although a lot of the guards have run off kind of in fear of you guys. And if not in fear, after all the protests and information campaigns you guys have run with your stealth people, with your various groups of agents, a lot of people are just convinced that he's not the horse to back in this fight, including Baron O'Cara, who is very much a traditionalist and has agreed to not ride to Count Bartleby's aid. So you guys are preparing and readying your attack on the Palace of Birdsong. Again, this is the palace you guys have been trying to capture, especially with Eutropia having not really any monetary value to her name right now. She's trying to gain the crown, but a lot of her assets are tied up in the palace, which she can't get to. So recovering this land and this palace is paramount for her bid on the throne. Any questions as we go into part 3?
No, but here's a comment. This is the damage that I do with huge wind.
Terrifying. I'm gonna have to take you out first. All right.
Yeah, that makes sense. I guess my question is how do we want to proceed? We have Alex's plan to sneak in, and I'm wondering if we might want to announce to everyone that the confrontation, when it's going to be, and give the rest of his guards and things a chance to escape beforehand.
Gotcha.
What do you guys think?
I think we should announce and or arrange our allies to go there, but I also think that we should sneak in like right before that.
Okay, how many people want to sneak in?
I would like to sneak in.
I guess, yeah, I feel like a lot of people are going to sneak. Does anyone want to, like, rally the troops outside? So the big...
Well, yes, I do.
Okay, big forces you guys got coming in. You got the biggest force of soldiers. You have the bandits that you guys converted. In addition, she'll probably sneak in, but you also have the Night Swan backing you up. As well as... presumably, like, a few of just, like, the men and women at arms from, like, various baronies.
Alright, so do you guys want to sneak in the night before? And we'll gather everybody early morning or late morning. Get everybody a hearty breakfast before storming the castle.
Sounds good.
What if we tell them they have, like, 2 days to leave, but we show up a day early?
Yeah, see, the thing is, I'm not so worried about Bartleby as the rest of his people. Want to give them, like, okay, this is it. Make your choice, bail or not.
Fair enough.
I mean, we can do that when we're attacking.
We are going to be able to, just like me and the infiltration group, we'll be able to seize the like actual deed of the land very easily.
Well, here's hoping.
That's the idea.
Yeah. But with the amount of people that we're having, I have very little doubt.
All right. Well, then, is anybody else with me, or the rest of you sneaking in?
Kick down the door with your boss.
All right.
Okay.
Sneaking in as well?
So how much earlier do you want them to sneak in? If that makes sense.
Well, I imagine during the night.
Okay.
So you guys can accomplish your missions and hopefully not get discovered, and then wait till the people at the gate show up.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Sounds doable.
So what I'll do is
In that case, if Night Infiltration Squad wants to just like put their tokens right by the fountain, I'm actually gonna drop us to nighttime if you guys are going in at night. I'll keep Explorer mode on though, so you guys can still see stuff.
Like a token thing for my characters.
Oh, because you have new ones, don't you?
Since tokens, yeah.
That did not appear to change it to night, but that's fine. Okay. Can you guys see?
Hey, I can see it's like a road or whatever.
Okay, cool. And Toddy and Tana, if you guys don't have the right ones.
I sent you the right tokens.
Oh, hold on. Let me I'm gonna delete your 2 ones and then put them back on in a second. Give me 1 sec.
Tanith, do you have invisibility?
I do indeed.
So I can invisible live in myself, and we can go in that way. And I have keep watch so that we can stay up through the night and regain our spells in the morning.
I will need to do just like a very quick expense for my infiltration. I just need to spend 375 gold on a scroll.
Okay.
And we will assume that you were smart enough to order that in advance.
Yeah, that's I'm fine with that. All right, and you have Tanith has how much? What's your night vision range at this point? With your like blind sense or whatever.
50 feet.
30 feet?
60.
Oh, 60 feet. Okay, hold on. All right. Can you still see stuff as Tanith over here?
Check.
Alright.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, it didn't want to. Doesn't really want to. Looks like it wants to go to nighttime right now for some reason. There we go. Just had to do it a second time. Okay. Let me just fix Toddy, and then we should be ready.
Toddy's fixed.
What about Toddy?
It looks like their token's fixed.
Oh yeah, I mean, I just was gonna give them vision as well. What's Toddy's vision? Night vision, I think.
Also, night vision up to 60 feet.
Okay. All right, let me just save her this token as the new default.
Her health keeps disappearing.
That I'm not sure why it's disappearing. There we go. Okay. So stealthing in squad. Which side do you want to approach the manor from? So by the fountain. I was just keeping you guys there so we knew where you guys were coming from at first. By the fountain is like the front gate. You know, there are probably like side doors around to the east. There is the back like main entrance, which goes to a different fountain and like thoroughfare to the south. And there are like a few entryways kind of down here in this region. Once you get up onto this like walkway, there's lots of different doors leading to the palace from different sides.
Real quick, I'm going to use that scroll to cast Insect Scouts. So, I pretty much know the general layout of the entire building.
Right. I remember reading Insect Scout a while ago. It's like... yeah. It's basically like you know things about it once we get to that point. Like, assuming they saw it.
Yeah.
Unerringly, they can travel up to a mile per caster level, so that's no problem. Alright, so give them a stealth roll. It's going to be 18 plus half your caster level.
So that would be 18 plus 5, so 23. For each one or just one?
Wait,
It's
how
just...
did you get to be level 10?
Well, no, wait. Yeah, sorry.
18 plus 3 for 21?
No, plus 4.
Oh, what? Oh, yeah, you guys are right now. Go ahead. All right. So D20 plus 22. It's not for each. It's just like one collective check for the bugs.
29.
Okay.
20 for the bug check.
Let me get some rolls here. Okay. How long do you want to spend doing it? Because that'll determine how much they're able to scout. They can last for 1d6 hours plus an hour per caster level. The longer you like leave them in there, the higher the chance they're discovered, but also you might find out more stuff.
I'll leave them in there for let's say 3 hours.
Okay, that's fine then. I won't need another roll for that. All right. So it'll be easier to like reveal stuff as you go to those rooms, but some general information that the bugs would have revealed to you is there are a few doorways that lead over here into the ballroom where you guys had the party many sessions back now. The bugs reveal there's lots of doors going in that way, although it is actively being patrolled by a few soldiers.
They don't tell me if it's being patrolled at all.
Oh, they can't? I thought they could say that.
They don't tell me anything about people.
They can't say anything about people? Okay.
Yeah,
Specific structural flaws, defenses, alarms. Got it. Okay. So in that case, immediately over here is the ballroom. Lots of doors going in that way. The central doors at the front will lead you into the main hallway of the palace, which goes both east and west, leading to different staircases that could bring you to the second floor. The tower, which you guys heard, is where the Duchess used to live before you guys killed her painting version of herself. Tower is over here. And it looks like the only way to access the tower, or at least the fastest way, would be to go onto the front porch through some doors and then head north into the tower.
Are there any windows in the tower?
There are like arrow slits with there is glass in them, but they are not very big.
Yeah, so they're not like hand sized.
No.
Small creature sized, like could one squeeze through there?
Probably not, because they are like they're full windows in the frame. Like there's no like they can't be raised or lowered or opened.
I mean, like if it was broken.
This whole palace is in like very good repair. Does not seem like there are any broken ones. You could try to break one and see if no one notices.
Yeah, so if one was broken, could a small creature fit through it?
Yes, a small creature could.
Cool. Good to know. So do we know where the library is?
Do you know where the library is?
Would I have seen it when she was taking me around?
Yes, I believe that you would have seen the library. Sorry, there's like a bajillion different libraries in here, or like in book 2. All right, you would know that the library, if you went in through the front door, and then went immediately to your left, you're right. If you're us looking at the map, the library is just through that way, along with like some comfortable like sitting areas for people to read.
So, like, right over here. And the library next to his office, right?
Yeah, so, like, main doors are here. Library appears to be this way.
Here is Bartleby's office.
Alright. Boop, boop, boo. There are a few different offices. His office is upstairs, on the, like, it's upstairs, like, directly above the front entryway, if that makes sense. Like, from where you guys are at the front, you'd probably be able to see a few lit windows above, like, right here. That's where his study is.
Having windows.
How big are those windows? Those ones are bigger than the arrow slits. They are big enough that if they were opened, which these ones do have like a locking mechanism, they would be able to be gone through by a medium creature.
All right. So what was the exact wording of the letter again on where the
Well, it says it was kept in the library near her brother's office in the second floor.
Oh yeah, so
That could be his personal library as well.
where's his personal library?
The
So-
bugs would report to you. I don't think the bugs would have made it all the way to his personal library, but now you guys have some conflicting information. You're like, you know that there is a library on the first floor, but the letter seems to indicate like, oh, like the papers are near his office, which you can see is on the second floor.
And
So
Sorry, go ahead. What are you saying?
do we have Olivia? You're pretty good at picking locks, aren't you?
Yeah, Olivia, how's your disabled device?
Yeah, no, I don't know why we're talking about breaking stuff. I can just open locks.
Okay. Would you try to
So-
pick? Yeah, go ahead.
I was just thinking if she's good at lock picking, then we don't have to worry about finding the key.
Yeah.
yeah, we wouldn't have to anyways because it was on Gil.
So why don't we just try going through the main entrance and going up the stairwell to the left?
Okay.
Could also try because we have a big climby snake that can bring people because they are strong. Just go up to the second floor and not have to go through the stairway and possibly guards which are guarding the front entrance.
I also could just fly up there. I don't know.
Yeah, we have several flying people.
Okay, well if that's the case, then I guess I can ride Toddy and we can just go up to the second floor and try and open the windows from outside.
I mean, honestly, just going inside normally is probably easier if we're invisible, right? Than flying up there.
Up to you guys.
And
There's many means of
Having
egress
to-
into this palace.
because I feel like breaking in is gonna make more noise than just me opening the doors, you know?
It's true.
So in that case, you're trying to get invisible up to just the front door, like over here.
There is a back
Um,
entrance as well. We could just go around that way.
Well, I mean, I'm thinking if we're invisible, then we should just take the most direct route so we're not wasting time.
Yeah.
Right. So what's your ultimate
So-
goal here before? Because like this is probably early hours in the morning while Machiavelli, Valoros, and Galatus are like gathering the troops outside.
Well, actually, they're still during darkness, and we're not gathering troops outside until later.
Okay, fair.
So if something kicks off, we won't be there.
It's true. So that yeah. So like, what's your end goal then?
Scroll.
Just trying to get to like the papers.
Yeah, the charter.
Okay.
Perhaps scope out Bartleby's area.
Roger that.
And maybe kill him if he shows up. I don't know.
A little bit.
Your husband. How dare you?
It's just a tiny bit of murder.
Future husband.
All right. In that case,
You're dead.
if you guys are stealthing up to unlock that door, go ahead and give me stealth checks. If you are invisible, you get the automatic plus 20.
I cast mage armor and then I cast invisibility on myself and Lil.
Hell yeah. Get those spells off.
Yeah, cast invisibility on myself and Toddy. Where's my stuff?
Roger that. Ooh,
Mine's without
baby.
the plus.
Mine is with the plus 20.
Oh, okay. I was about to ask. Damn. All right.
Plus 20, right?
Plus 20? Yeah, it's with plus 20.
Alright, so this is 10. That's
Gonna move you guys to the door.
just Toddy's.
All right. You guys appear to make it to the door with no problems whatsoever. Go ahead. Huh?
Sorry. I was gonna say, you're telling me that they didn't beat my 51 stealth?
No, shockingly, they did not. Okay. But with that being said, go ahead and do a disable device check.
Perception first for traps and
Yeah, go ahead. You can make perception rolls.
I mean, yeah. I have trap sense, right? So.
All right.
My
It would appear that there are no traps on this door.
Okay.
man, they're trying hard.
All right. With a 35, there's a slight as you open it with a slight probe and a metal pick. And I'm going to remove some of the door barriers for you. Say you open the ones on the right. As you guys enter that room, or like look into it, I'm going to read the description, and then give me a perception check. Unsettling white walls flank this otherwise opulent grand hall. The walls are decorated with portraits, and 4 carved columns support the ceiling. A soft, plush carpet provides traction on the shiny marble floors. Alright, the 4 columns are carved in the likenesses of Abadar, Aridin, Caden Kalian, and Shaylin, and hold up the ceiling, which is painted with a fresco map of Taldor, representing the pillars of faith that support the nation. Alright. With a 33 to 26,
How about 20 instead of the...
and that, well, 26 and 33 at least, you see that ever so slightly, the stone heads of the columns are like subtly shifting positions and looking in different directions. It does not appear that they've spotted you guys while invisible, however.
Be able to see through invisibility.
Can I roll some kind of knowledge check to identify the freaky statues?
This would be Knowledge Arcana. And it does not appear, I mean, as of yet, it doesn't look like they've seen through your invisibility. Unsure of that ability. Alright, 23 and a 21. With Liv assisting up to a 25, you would know that these are caryatid columns. They are magical constructs who are immune to magic. They typically will try to shatter enemy weapons and are designed as like kind of a first line of defense in a lot of rich households, as they are very difficult to spot to be anything other than just like fancily carved columns.
And would we know if they can see through?
With a 25, you know that they are like immune to magic targeting them, but they can't see through invisibility or like illusion magic.
Okay. So just continue to sneak by them then.
Yeah. If you go by them, that's going to be a stealth check, just as you go like through the columns.
Okay.
Ooh, baby.
Which direction are we heading?
I believe you're looking for the stairs. You know there's stairs on the right. And there's stairs on the left as well, but either way. Alright, 26. Let's get a group roll going for the columns.
I'm gonna use one of my bugs.
And Lit,
59.
you guys ever so
got the
carefully, like feet padding on like the lush carpet, to avoid like the loud marble floor, just sneak down between the columns and they don't react. Once you guys get to the bottom, you can see there is a staircase both to the east and west. You would know that his office is like directly above the entrance, so probably either staircase is getting you in approximately the right direction.
Okay.
Just once you pick, I will drag you to like that next part of the map.
I figure we go up this one.
All right.
Yeah.
Here, I'm just gonna bunch you guys up on the stairs. It doesn't have to be the actual order that you're going in, just so I can drag you really quick.
I'm ready for the dragon.
All right. Find yourselves in the upper hallway. This appears to be some sort of upstairs parlor. The bay windows here overlook not only the Palace of Birdsong's exquisite gardens, but also much of the county's most beautiful landscapes and scenery lie beyond the windows. Those seeking an audience to Count Lothide are normally asked to meet here. Give me a perception check as you guys get to the top here. Phineas, and then anyone else who gets a check in like that, you guys hear Count Bartleby, his voice coming from up ahead. It appears he's addressing some of his men. He's like, "We simply don't understand. I am looking for the right words to invite young Olivia to the palace. Perhaps we could share a romantic dinner. I just don't know what would be best."
So do we see these doors just fine? Are they secret at all, or are they just?
No, you can see that door right there.
Alright.
If you guys sneak forward, you'd be able to see. It appears to be Count Bartleby is here, kind of swirling a glass of brandy, along with two Lothide soldiers who they look very uncomfortable that their count and noble is asking them for advice about a woman. And for luck reasons, Phineas, go ahead and give me a D100 roll. See if either of the guards assigned as his bodyguards tonight are one of the ones under your contract to serve you.
50-50.
The one on the left is indeed under your... I'm going to mark him with just a little heart. That's the one that is under your contract. It's one of the four.
Oh, damn, that's a tempting target.
Also, I was waiting for the first treasure thing you find or battle, but people are dropping stuff on you. You guys got 4 random drops.
We could, it's
all right, so what's you guys plan? You can also see, so there's the door on Phineas right above you, door down here. There's also a set of double doors behind the guards, as well as ones that appear to lead to the other wings of the manor down here. But you guys would know that you need to go north to get to his office and his library.
Is there a reason we're not just killing him?
The guy on the left is mine. Should we just go for it?
It's so tempting.
Yeah, I'm gonna look.
But is it too tempting?
Down.
There's no such thing.
Does he have his spellbook on him?
Give me a perception check on him. See what you spot.
$29.
29. It appears as though his spellbook is in this he's this tiny little portable spellbook that is in a below the arm, shoulder holster where you normally keep a pistol. That's where his spellbook is. And you can see, as always, he has his cane on him. You would remember when he talked about being a magus that he indicated the cane is his weapon. It's a sword.
What a dork. What kind of dork uses a sword cane?
My boy Malfoy. Well, I guess that's a wand.
So he's my studied target.
Yeah, we're doing this? Okay, hold on. Give me a second.
A very quiet, whispered conversation takes place in the hall.
Hey, give me one last stealth check as you guys are rocking up on the Count Bartleby Lothied himself. Looking
So
pretty
Tanith is
good.
definitely
All right, so we get
58.
so it's gonna be 2 perception checks from the guards, one of whom's probably not gonna rat you because you own him already, and 1 from Bartleby.
got above 40. I highly doubt they're gonna see ya.
All right. Do. Doesn't seem like any of them spotted you. They all seem to just be chilling there, waiting.
Okay. So if we're doing this, he's my studied target, and we're gonna start it off with a coup de grace.
Will they see stealth through our stealth if I cast a spell? Does that break stealth? I forget.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd probably see you, especially if it's got verbal components. They would also hear you.
So
Hold on, let me do my coup de grace real quick.
you do your quick roll.
How do I force it to roll crits?
Just roll it, and we'll. Actually, I don't know. I guess that wouldn't pop up a crit automatically.
Maybe it does.
You just roll double damage.
Oh, that
Yeah.
did damage.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
36. So he has to make a DC. How do you?
It's
do
10
this?
plus damage, fort.
Yeah. So he has to make a DC 46 Fortitude save or he dies.
All right.
Can you do a coup de grace on him? He's not
Yeah,
helpless.
round action. It's stealth though, yeah.
I still think they have to be helpless to do a coup de grace. It can't just be like a sneak attack.
Fuck. God damn it. Okay, whatever.
Unless you have like ability that lets it be a sneak attack, which is like an assassin thing they can do. But normally, yeah, they have to actually be like the helpless condition, so like paralyzed or like shit like that.
Yeah, because
Somebody hold pertinent.
you don't want that to happen to you either. So
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want halflings just murdering.
I think
us,
you guys would be
essentially.
pretty pissed if
Right.
I just coup de grace a bunch of you with like invisible halflings.
Well, I mean, like that happens regardless, right? Because sleeping is helpless.
Assuming the halflings get in. That's right. Irrelevant. Alright, so I assume everybody's like readying an action here to just like throw down on Bartleby.
Yep.
Alright. You know what, we'll roll into initiative and that'll determine who gets to use their like bonus or their like surprise round on him first. That way, if they do survive, I'll be ready with an initiative. Let's get the guards in here.
I like to think that it's not that I'm slow; it's that I'm thoughtful.
there you
You're just like, what part of him is gonna hurt the most?
Which giblet goes where?
All
I
right,
have yet again backed the wrong horse.
we'll see what happens. There could be some shenanigans here. All right, Tanith, what is your surprise here?
Alrighty, my surprise is lighting this bitch up. Both me and Toddy are going to full round action shoot arrows at him.
You can only take a standard as a surprise.
We do usually do a full round, but I think for this one, just because this is like such a tense situation and rules, there's a lot of things interacting you guys don't see. We're gonna go like full. Everybody do a standard.
Wait just 1 second.
Because this could be very messy otherwise.
Let me get this rolls correctly.
if he takes you guys hostage and I can't overthrow him because of that, I'm going to be very upset.
Okay. So 21 does hit his flat-footed AC. Actually, it's not touch AC, so that actually doesn't hit his flat-footed AC.
What does that 28 hit?
Well, rapid shot would be the second attack, so you'd still only get the first attack. If we're doing one standard, right?
Right, yeah, sorry.
No, I'm pretty sure you can use Rabbit Shot on standard, like as a 1. Because you can.
No, it's part of a full round action.
I think it's full round. I don't play a lot of range guys. Yeah, it's when making a full round attack with the range one.
These garbage. Right.
All right, these arrows will thump out, and like the first dignity barb goes like wide to the right. Bartleby whirls, drops his brandy, and just ducks as barely missing, carving like a groove through his hair. Toddy's dignity's garbage. Toddy's arrow just like carves a groove through the top of his hair. That being said, the rest of you all also still get to act. Phineas, did you roll in, Olivia? Oh, let me.
They didn't get through, so they got a 12.
Hold on, Olivia. Let me add you in really quick. Okay. Oh, so it would have been Olivia next. Sorry. Go ahead, Olivia.
I'm
See the book hiding underneath you.
Just the first one.
That is gonna hit, and your rapier just like as you appear out of nowhere just sinks directly into his gut, and it's so sad. It's just like, Olivia, our love, what have you done?
Shanked you.
Yeah.
They don't get to do anything because they are still being surprised. Phineas, would you care to rock this dude?
The Gishfit runs around, and it tries to grapple his cane away from him.
That is gonna get touched. Go ahead and give me the what check is that? Steel check, I believe. It's still a combat maneuver, so roll that. Oh baby, that might do it while he's flat-footed. All right, it's 21.
Yep.
The book ribbon tongue darts out, rips the sword cane out of his hand, so he's holding nothing right now.
He's also sickened.
Was that from the... What was sickened from?
My sickening offensive, because he's my study target.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, let me mark that. He's got sickened. Okay. And with that, it is going to be the actual turns beginning.
Well, Phineas hasn't taken his action.
Oh, sorry, that was just a Gishfit. Oh my god, Phineas, do yours too.
Yeah. So I hit him with Vampiric Touch.
I mean, yeah.
So he takes 29 damage.
7 from the
Seven.
bashing. And then,
Yeah.
How much was the 29 you said?
Yeah, so 22 from the Vampiric Touch.
Oh, so it's 29 total. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, 29 total.
As you drain his health, it looks like he's about to collapse, and there is a strange flash of magic and like a in the air, and he vanishes. Give me a spellcraft check. So first of all, I mean, without even perception check, you can tell he is like one hit from death, and with all three of you right off the bat are just like, fuck, it's a contingency spell. It seems that he got so hurt, he like removed himself to some unknown location. Now, I'm gonna need retroactively a perception check from the bugs.
Alright, perception.
Okay, sorry.
That's a 23.
23. With the bugs intel, you're not, maybe he went to his office, you're just like not sure where he went.
Alright, shit, let's go. Alright,
so with that, we are in actual combat now. You guys know that the one on the left is Phineas's man, but this one still looks like he's readying his blade for a fight. So that's gonna be Tanith.
Alright, real quick. Tanith snaps, and everybody feels quicker. I can't face.
Alright, a haste spell empowers all of you, just colorful, like purplish green magic swirling about, speeding you up. Olivia. Oh, sorry, Toddy. Yeah, Toddy goes on your turn too. Go ahead.
So, Toddy is going to ice this fucker.
Alright, roll your full round. It is still flat-footed, but the first 2 are going to miss. Second 2 are going to hit for a total of 26.
Hey, Ben, I got a question.
Yes.
Counterspelling. If you have Dispel Magic and they do something like Barbie just did, can you reflexively stop that? Or
Yes, you can. Do you have a counterspell ready?
I do have a Dispel Magic.
I also do have
Fuck. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Shifting him back over. Alright, let's wind that back. Okay, so it's going to be a Dispel Magic. You're going to make a caster level check against the spell effect that is triggering on him. 18. I'm
make
just... if you both have counterspell, you could both try to use it. If you both want to burn that slot.
It's worth it.
where do you make caster level check?
On the spells page of your character sheet.
Like,
Hey, Ben, are you sure they can do that? Because contingency generally means that the spell has already been cast.
Let me
It just gets
double check.
triggered.
I'm like literally reading through forms right now to see which one goes off first. Okay. So you already cast it. Immediately brings into effect the companion spell. Okay, so I don't think you could do it against a contingency, because the contingency spell was cast and it lasts days per level.
Okay.
Is what it seems like. Normally, yes, though, you could counter stuff. So keep that in mind. Alright. In that case, Olivia, this dude's been shot a bunch, you're hasted, and 5 foot stepping away.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, throw down your weapons, take us to your boss, and you don't have to die. And I'm a 5 foot step up, and I'm already in action. That if he does not immediately drop his weapons, he's gonna die.
The one that is Phineas's man just takes a step to the side, just like out of your way. And it just like, the other guy seems to want to go down fighting.
What a coward.
There's just, all of his smart people have already quit.
Okay, sure. Well, then he dies.
Alright, go ahead, do your full round.
Boom. I don't know if I had taste on that one. Did I have it? Yeah, I did.
Well, how does Olivia kill the remaining Lothid guard? Or the one that's not on your side?
Rapier through the eye.
Just collapses as you pull the sword back out. Hits the deck.
I'm gonna look over at the other guard and say, "Do you know where he went?"
Look, I don't know. All I know is he's got like a panic room somewhere in the palace. I don't know where the panic room is.
Is there a basement at all, or?
As far as I know, there's no basement, but
Where would a pen be if...
I don't know. This palace is huge. Even the 2 main floors, there's a lot of square footage. I don't know where it would be.
Do you have any idea of anybody that might know where it would be?
Maybe some of like the higher ranked soldiers, or I don't know, maybe in his office someone might know. Can't be
Let's
sure.
start with his office. And I take the cane from the Gishvit.
Okay, you take it. You immediately know that this is just like a varied. It's like a magical +1 sword cane. And as you enter, start going through doors, the one on your side is like, just so you know, I was in his office the other day. He stashed a load of magic items in the trapdoor, like underneath his desk.
That's very good intel. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So, you guys just going straight for the middle doors?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let me describe this room to you. This appears to be his main study.
Still trying to be moderately stealthy, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dark wood paneling reaches high up to a frescoed ceiling depicting First Emperor Taldaris's noble conquest of Casimir. A desk carved from dark purple wood to look like owls with their wings spread supporting the surface occupies the center of the room, while plush burgundy chairs surround the remaining space. A family portrait on the western wall depicts a dozen scowling nobles, a teenaged Bartleby among them, and a single hound, though the dog is clearly a latter and more amateurish addition to the otherwise high-quality artistry.
I'm gonna look at Phineas and Kenneth and say, hey, those things are probably worth some money.
As you guys enter with your stealth checks as well, give me a perception check in here.
I got stealth first. Not invisible anymore, right?
No.
I hope not.
And then, what was I doing? Oh, you wanted
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I asked the guard. So, what happened with Titus? I heard he got poisoned.
He's holed up in his room right now. He's been vomiting and too weak to move like all day.
I think we might go pay him a visit after we're done here. He might know where the panic room is.
That's a good
Where
point.
is it?
He could very well know.
Oh, where is his room?
Do you think you could take him?
Yes, I'm pretty sure if the... Yeah.
I'm talking about the guard.
The guard's like, I mean, the dude's barely getting out of bed, so probably.
You want to go, like stealthily? Can you bring him here so we don't have to waste time? Or,
I
no?
can try. I don't know if he'll... I mean, you've met him. He's not exactly the nicest guy when he's in a good mood, let alone sick. Or
You know,
poisoned, I guess, now
just
I know.
Just
Take
actually,
Take
hold on. Tell him the Count wants to see him in his office.
He's like, I can go try.
Tell him it's of the utmost importance. Oh, we also have to get rid of this body, I guess, huh?
He vanishes, goes down. Do you guys have any way to clean up the blood?
Prestidigitation?
Right.
Patient.
Is there like any suits of armor around?
Well, first of all, some things that you notice. With those
Okay,
checks, you do see like the concealed floorboards down here. There is a trapdoor that he told you about. You also see kind of manifesting, very palely, hard to see at first. You see what looks like the ghost of an old nobleman is walking the office.
We look immediately hostile when we step in.
He frowns as he looks at the lot of you. And just in a very, like, quiet, ancient, like, dialect of Taldane starts talking to you all. Give me a linguistics check as you try to piece together what exactly this ghost is saying. 30. Okay. 30 would be exactly enough. You definitely assist him to be even more than that. He appears to be at first introducing himself. He says, "I am Mercator Lothede, father to Bartleby and Martella. I was the former count and steward of Moret County. What are you doing in our office?"
I am Phineas O'Gare, hand of Martella Lothede. She has sent me here to retrieve some papers regarding the county.
Give me a sense motive check as he looks you up and down. You see his expression begin to shift. He did not like that.
Oh, shit.
You work for Martella, that traitor to the family.
She's actually made your family a very good name for itself. She's an advisor to the queen.
A false queen, if the reports I've seen are true. No one has seized the crown. Pytharius has a birthright. Or at least, if not birth, a direct sworn letter from the previous emperor.
Phineas, you don't.
Yeah, you don't find it like at all like a teensy bit suspicious that he gets he becomes a successor and then the emperor dies, starting a war for the crown.
Give me a diplomacy check on that. Ooh, baby. Olivia, you put forward this kind of revelation. And he's just like about to clearly object, and he kind of frowns. Perhaps you are right. Maybe Eutropia could help settle this country. It loathes me to see her on the throne. Repealing primogeniture was a mistake, but so too would a false emperor be a mistake.
I'm gonna step up and I'm gonna like try and put my hand on his shoulder, even though he's a ghost, and I'm gonna say, I understand, man, but you know, I was there when the emperor was killed, so it was the what were the guards called? The people that what's his face brought into the country?
The Ulfen Guard, the ones that like the mercenaries the emperor hired.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the Ulfen Guard.
It was outsiders that the emperor brought in, but Pythagorean probably turned.
Well,
We cannot remember that guy's name.
Pytharius. Pythagorean. Just fucking Pythagorean theorem, the bad guy.
No, his name is gonna be Triangle Man if you keep it up.
Well, he this ghost asks you all, he's like, well, in the name of the Lothede House, what are you doing in here? His guard may be weakened, but if you wake the household, there are too many for all of you to take.
You know where the panic room is?
He shakes his head, he's like, it was built after my time.
Shame.
We're looking for the county charter. It should be in the library behind the portrait.
That I can help with. He moved it to try to throw off, I guess, exactly what you're doing right now. It's in the county archive room across the hall. He points through the wall to the west. Over this way.
Okay.
Thank you very much for your assistance.
You're welcome. Ensure that the first Emperor Taldaris' legacy remains unsullied. He begins to fade away, and you guys are gonna get some XP for managing to negotiate with him, rather than having to fight this ghost.
Ghost is bad.
So everybody, including people who aren't here, are gonna get 800. Just so I don't lose my mind trying to keep track of everyone's different XP. Secondly, in that like safe that the guard told you about, you are gonna find several items right off the bat. Ghostbuster, which I'll put over here. Sorry, I knew I was gonna sneeze. Oh my god. You also, before we do our random magic item rolls, because chat dropped you guys 4 things at the beginning of stream, like right off the bat. So
Thanks, Beeps.
they're all about you guys today. Even though the raiders who came in dropped you guys some stuff. All right, so there's a lot of like documentation about the Lothid family that's been hidden in this floor safe. Give me a linguistics check as you kind of shuffle through it really quick. All right. Inside are a variety of birth certificates, death certificates, newspapers, royal announcements, and travel documents dating back some 300 years. With those checks, you realize that the birth certificates for men named Panavar Lothid 2nd through 6th. You realize that these birth certificates for those Panavars are in fact forgeries. You also realize that linguistic checks also represents you like compartmentalizing, like sorting this information. A lot of these like newspapers and announcements and various sketches relate to these 6 men bearing the same name, and now that you see images and descriptions of them, they look exceedingly similar, with a very similar description, even in the parts that are just like a written description of them.
Very powerful wizard, eh?
I think we might have an immortal on our hands.
You want?
In addition to that, let's do some random item checks for the people, for the peeps. I'm just gonna start off with random person Olivia. Give me a D12 and a D100. See what magic items we're working with today.
Everybody but one person can do it, right?
Yes, we got 4. So if anyone doesn't want to roll, feel free to shout it out. Alright, so you got a chest slot. Ooh, an 88. And you guys are level 8 right now, correct?
9.
9. Okay, just making sure I don't give you guys a wrong table.
Great. Or I'm sorry.
88 is a good roll.
Yeah. I don't know if you noticed, but like I feel like every time I do a random magic item, I roll an 88.
You have rolled it more than once, which is weird. It's like odd that it happened more than once.
It's happened like 3 or 4 times.
So, with an 88, this is actually could be very good for Olivia. Olivia, you find a strange leather jacket with lots of like hidden vials in it, which seem to appear by magic. Give me a spellcraft check on the first item, then we'll do Galtus's next.
Are you fucking kidding me? Hey, other casters, please.
Olivia begs you guys, like I can't figure it out. Phineas, you realize that this is a hand Tanith, the nat 20, as Tanith, like with his blindfold on, just like runs his hands over with his like strange blind sense. This is a lesser poisoner's jacket. 3 times a day, you can create a vial of any 1 dose of poison that costs 300 gold pieces or less. No matter what, the poison always looks like a murky amber fluid and becomes inert after 1 hour. Normally, this item does specify core rulebook poisons, but I usually expand it to just any poison that's 300 or less. right, and then Galatus, you got a 1 and a 91. All right, so that's gonna be a belt slot. It's been a while since you guys dropped a belt. And 91, y'all rolling high on these charts today. All right. That is going to be a belt of Mighty Constitution +2. It's a lot. I feel like you guys have already seen those a bunch of times, so I think you would just know what that is.
Mm.
All right, Tanith, you want to roll one?
8 and 5.
8 and 5. All right, so it's gonna be a headband slot, not a head slot, but a headband slot, and a 5 on the percentage. Let's see what we're working with. That is going to be a headband of alluring charisma +2. And then for our final one, just gonna flip randomly. Galatas.
Machiavelli can do it.
Oh, Machiavelli can do it? Alright. Machiavelli, go ahead. D12 and a D100. Alright, we got a 9, so we're gonna get a next slot. And a 69, nice. Let's see what we're working with here, friends. Oh, interesting. I have not heard of this item before. Give me a spellcraft check on this one. Okay. This sounds dumb at first, but this could be very good for this campaign. This is a Fey Child necklace. It's set with a bloodstone sculpted to look like a scintillating eye. It gives the wearer a +4 competence bonus on charisma checks and charisma-based checks made to interact with gnomes. A +2 competence bonus on similar checks when dealing with beings of any other Fey type, and a -2 on checks when interact with anyone else. The wearer can read, speak, and understand Gnomish. If the wearer is not a gnome, you gain low light vision and may cast Dancing Lights, Ghost Sound, Prestidigitation, and Speak with Animals once per day as a spell-like ability. It's a Fey Child necklace.
So there was a headband of charisma +2.
Yes.
Cool. Y'all mind if I snatch that, or does someone else want it?
And then in his safe, there was also that, shoot, I'm on the wrong page. The Circlet of Persuasion, which is also good for, like, all those good Cha checks. Alright. So that is about all there is to see in Count Lotheed's office. Go ahead.
Well, I'll take your guys' silence as a yes, I can snatch it.
Fair enough. Alright, so you guys would know where he pointed. It's through the door this way, the topmost door, he said.
Okay. Is the door trapped? Hold on. Where am I at?
Do you make a perception check on it? Go ahead.
My computer's running slow. I might have to restart during the break.
No worries. We're almost up at the break here. And it'll be in just a sec. Well, in about a little bit. Just looks like a regular door. It's made of like very nice mahogany wood. But yeah, you go through it and there doesn't appear anything there. Phineas, give me a perception check as you get to the door, which you know leads to the archives.
Also do that.
So do that.
Alright. So
Heyo,
highest is a 37, which is unfortunately not going to be enough. As you guys gather around the door, Tanith, the wooden chair to your right begins to animate. It is a golem made out of wood, although in this case it sits up and is fully a golem made out of a wooden chair.
Sick.
It is going to attempt to just frickin' uppercut you with one of its like chair arms. That is a 15 to hit flat-footed.
Flat-footed?
Yeah.
My flat-footed is a 15. So.
Okay, so that'll hit for 6 damage. Terrible roll. At that point, go ahead and roll for initiative against the chair golem. The last line of defense here. Before you guys get the goal of your infiltration.
Are we still hasted?
Nah, because you would have had to spend some time talking to the ghost.
Gotcha.
So it's for us. Oh no.
All right.
All
we
your
got
other
the-
buses are probably still. Unless it's round per level.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All the other ones are for sure still going. You guys haven't been in there like a hugely long time.
Actually use this like really garbage ability. Woo! It'll actually be useful slightly.
All right. Incredibly, the chair golem is up first.
Punch me again, loser.
All right. I mean, he's gonna try. He's gonna try to slam you twice. What a ridiculous creature, and I love it because that's like I feel like if I was a rich noble in this world, I'd absolutely just be animating stuff all over the place to protect my house. That's a nat 20 on the first roll. That is going to confirm a crit. Get some extra d6s up in here.
What's the...
All right, you're gonna
that one's
take
big.
20 damage even.
Wait, just 1 second, please.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So, what is the actual like roll that you made?
For the first one was a nat 20. Second one to confirm the hit was a 23 total.
All right. So yeah, you hit me.
Okay. So you're gonna take 20 damage. It's gonna go in for a second swing. Also a potential crit. Also confirms.
Yeah, was it just like again?
That one was a 20 even.
Oh, that doesn't hit.
Okay, then that is not a crit. It's just a regular attack. In which case you are only gonna take 15 damage.
All right, I'm going to have Toddy absorb that 15.
Okay. And finally, as a free action, it just like beats its chest with the chair legs and sends a burst of splinters towards all of you guys. Everyone make a reflex save as just like a wall of splinters sails towards you.
And I've got a 19.
Okay, pass. Pass. And also a pass. So,
One second.
that's gonna have it for you guys.
And also 16. Does that pass?
16 also passes. So everyone is going to take half. Everyone's going to take 12 slashing damage.
Except for the Gishfit, which has improved invasion.
Except for the Gishit, which just like tuck ducks and rolls, hides behind Phineas, gets no splinters in its cover. Tanith and Toddy.
As an action, I'm going to use Summoner's Transposition to make it so that Toddy is where I am and I am where it is Toddy.
Oh, hell yeah.
Doesn't take an opportunity attack. Woo!
All
And
right.
then Toddy is going to full action to whack this boy with her sword. Her big
5
sword.
foot step, so she's flanking.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Does she have a sword? Oh yeah, she also has the sword. Okay, so you guys, there's a swoom of magical energy. You guys switch spots. Toddy moves into a better position against this chair. Is that a great sword? Because I believe that's a potential crit if it is.
That is the great sword, and that is a potential crit. So let me roll again.
All right, yeah, roll to confirm with the plus 10.
That's a fort.
A 14 is not gonna do it, but it does. It is a hit.
$15.
All right. It seems like her blade is like slightly reduced. It doesn't seem like it bites into the wood as much because there's not really any flesh. This is a solid construct.
Real quick, does a 16 get?
Does a 16 hit?
Yeah.
No, it does not.
We're not flanking yet either because I haven't acted.
Olivia is active now though, so now you will get flanking with Toddy.
Yeah. So I'm gonna like try to identify it. What Arcana?
It'll be an Arcana check for a construct. You would know that this is a chair golem, which is a subset of like wooden golems. A lot of the same things as the column downstairs. Okay, with a 28, you would know it's immune to like magic, mind affecting stuff, paralysis, stunning, just immune to pretty much any effect. That's not just straight damage. However, since you upped that to a 20, with that extra D6, you know they are vulnerable to fire.
Yeah. Swift action study, and I'll go full round. No,
Okay.
I didn't do this though.
Hit.
No haste. So
Oh, no hit. Okay, so hit and a hit. Again, it seems like your blade doesn't do as much against a chair as it otherwise would. However, it is... Go ahead.
is it doing? Is it DR? Is it DR or is it hardness?
It is DR, but it's DR adamantine. I don't believe your weapon's a high enough
Okay.
enhancement yet.
I took weapon versatility or whatever, so
Yeah.
that
I would say with that 20, you would know that what kind of DR it was.
okay. Cool.
So with adamantine, I think you have to have at least a +4 or something. But that still does a hefty amount of damage. You just like stab chunks off of the golem. Phineas and your Gishfin.
Can they be dispelled?
No, I don't think golems can be dispelled.
I slip into snake style and then I do a flurry of blows.
Hell yeah. You get low. Bunch of rapid fire hits. Both of those are gonna hit, reduced a little bit, but not too much. It is still standing, but you like fully punch off like the back headrest of the chair. And then brings us back to the chair golem. Can it do its needle spray again yet? It cannot. Alright, it's gonna go one attack on Olivia and one on Phineas. Olivia, what is your AC right now?
My AC is like 34, I think.
34?
32, sorry.
32? Oh, it got a 30, so it is not a hit. And Phineas?
23.
23. It rolled way worse than that one. That is also a miss. You guys both managed to, like, duck out of the way. It's just boom, boom. It, like, cracks the mahogany paneling in this hallway with its fists. Or with its, like, chair legs. But that's full turn. Tanith and Toddy.
Toddy is gonna try to slice him.
All right, go for it.
Sorry, just need to get my ducks in a row. All right.
First is a hit, second is a miss.
$16 damage.
All right, this thing is not looking good, y'all. It's like you guys have just hacked away at it. It's basically just like 2 out of 4 of the chair legs are left with like the arms, and the whole back side of it is just like gone. Olivia. Oh, and Tana too. Sorry, Diggy's Barb. Those both miss.
Yes, so.
All right. Arrows go off. 'Tis Olivia's turn.
I'm gonna do my studied strike on it for the extra d6s.
Oh, you're gonna dismiss it for those extra d6s? Hell yeah.
On the first one.
That is a good roll too. Yeah. With studied strike, you like examine the chair as quickly as you can. You realize there's like a fault line, a fissure right in the center of like where you would actually sit. You stab directly into it. The chair cracks in half, and we're out of combat. All right.
Well, that was interesting, and I pick splinters out of my vest.
All right. So I'm gonna give you guys XP. We're gonna go into this room, and then that'll be your mission accomplished. What you guys are trying to snatch and grab here, and then we can take our break. And we come back. We'll see what the boys have been doing out with the troops out there, with Machiavelli and Galatus. But first, like I said, let's give you guys some XP. Everybody gets 600. And you guys are standing in front of the door to the county archives. Although you would be able to tell that it is locked.
Shit. I just restarted my computer because I thought we were going to break. I
can hit the roll for it if you want.
Yeah, just do the disable device.
Disable device? Okay, give me 1 sec. Alright. Got Olivia, character sheet. You got a 36, which is enough. The door squeaks open. And inside, you find the archives. Now, the shelves here contain records of like every major birth, death, contract, financial transaction, shipping, all of the stuff the Lothide family has done for hundreds of years. It's gonna take either a linguistics check or profession librarian check to sort through this all to find where he has hidden the original charter that grants stewardship of the county of Moret. Ooh, 22 is not gonna do it with a nat 1. However, Olivia, you also have linguistics, right? It's pretty good.
Yeah. I'm back. It's loading up. Gotta love SSDs, man. It's the future.
Well, you got an 18, which actually is a success, not on the nat 1 here. I'm gonna say with you assisting, with you and Phineas working together, you find seemingly purposefully buried in like a bunch of birth certificates is the original charter, founding copy, giving the county of Moret to the Lothide family as long as they hold it in sway for the Stavian family, for Princess Eutropia's family. Since you all find the document, everyone is going to get a story award of 2,400 XP. And then we're going to go on our first break here. I will be back in 10 minutes. We can figure out what's going on outside. And we will see the aftermath of you guys being in there in just a sec. All right. See you guys in 10 minutes.
We all won. The war is over. The crown is ours.
Hey,
The Pythagorean theorem has been solved.
hey.
At last.
Phineas is the princess now.
All right.
Yeah.
So basically, they went in. Here, I'll just delete the door so you guys can see. There's not a lot actually going on in that room aesthetically, but it is cool to know that it's in there. They found the charter that you guys need to legally take control of this place. In addition to that, you would have also that check, Phineas, as you were saying. You would have found more Panaver stuff. Panaver. So you would know that Panaver the First is like the founding member of the Lothid family. You also know that the wizard you guys are trying to delete his like teleportation circle before he can come for you all is the most recent Panaver, is the sixth. But as you
it's the same guy.
You certainly suspect that with these two back-to-back checks, because it looks like a lot of the birth certificates are good, like moderately good forgeries, but even so, you can see that a lot of details don't line up, like dates and like, you know, temples or like hospital locations where these births occurred. It doesn't make sense with the timeline. So like clearly these are doctored in some way. That combined with the fact that you saw how similar all the descriptions were, you think likely this could be the same person, Panaver the First, or at the very least, if not the first one, Panaver the Second through Sixth look exceedingly similar. So, as you guys grab that and get out, with the chair having been destroyed, people are going to start waking up and guards are going to start mustering. So, how are you guys planning to get out of here? Window?
I would like to make the chair whole.
Make the chair whole. Do you have make whole? If you do.
Well, I guess I have mending. That's not the same.
No, mending is like 1d6 points of damage per caster level on a construct. Maximum 5d6. Which would not be enough to make this chair look legit again.
I sweep the chair into the archive room.
Toss it in, lock it back up. Are you guys just like jumping out the window? What's the move here?
I'm gonna I'm gonna cast fly on myself.
Okay.
I can fly just normally, so.
Well, we're waiting for Titus to be brought to us in the office. We should go back there and see if he comes.
Probably shouldn't.
We're gonna see whether or not he can return him to you before anyone comes up here. So give me 1 sec, because this is gonna require some straight luck on your guys' part. Alright. As you guys are in the office, your man comes barreling back in, dragging in Titus, who looks like just kind of slumped over. Your guard is just like, whatever you're gonna say or do it quickly. I told the guards I'd be an advanced scout, but the whole force is mustering right now.
Before he comes in, can I turn into Bruce?
Sure, you can turn to Bruce.
Okay, so I turn into Bruce. So when he comes in, we're doing it. We're taking down the wizard bastards. But Bartleby, he got away. He went to his panic room. Where's it at? We have to get him now while the time's right. I mean, look what he did to you.
Give me a straight up bluff check here. He's like, what?
Help with that.
What are you talking about?
I'll assist. I won't assist.
will also assist.
Liv is cursed tonight. I swear you had like 4 nat ones. That will assist for a 30. All right. This is a lot riding on his sense motive.
Subduct him.
All right. Let's double check. Yeah, it's time to take down magic, but the Count, I mean, is that a good idea, Bruce?
I mean, I just see what he's done to you, and we can't let people treat us men like that. If he had stabbed you in an honorable duel, I could respect that, but he poisoned you, his own cousin.
All right. If he's hurt, he'll be secreted away in the room. To get there, you're gonna have to go. He basically directs you down the hallway over here, to like the left stairs, through that bottom door, around the corner to a small sitting room. So there's a secret door across from a green chair in the sitting room. It'll lead you to his little hidey hole. Hey, look, if he's hurt, he's gonna be in there for a few days healing up.
You're a good man. I knew I could count on you.
You guys start to hear like the thunder of boots coming from downstairs.
I
Shall
cast
we go to the
invisibility
door?
on myself.
All right, you vanish.
I stab Titus with Bartleby's sword cane, and I leave it in there.
Holy shit. Okay, so let's see how much health he's gonna have here with all that poison. All right, give me a melee attack roll, and I'll adjust it on my end for the sword cane. All right, that is gonna hit him because he's very much surprised by this. Okay. You pull the blade out of the cane like scabbard. And as he like turns to like, you know, agree with you and bring you to where you need to go, you just stab it directly into his heart, leaving it impaled. He collapses to the floor. Guards are around the corner. What's your move? You can hear them thundering down the hall.
We turn invisible.
Invisible.
All right, everyone's invisible. We're going to say, as you guys try to escape the house, there's a lot of people swarming around right now, examining this body. This guard's pretending to help them. This is going to be a series of 3 stealth checks versus the perception checks of people in the house.
And are we trying to go to the panic room, or are we trying to go out?
Panic room. We gotta get Bartleby.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm going
There's
to
a lot of troops between you and the panic room, I'll say that. So if you want to gather the troops, now might be a good time. Because that could
I mean,
thin
they
the
don't know the
numbers.
panic room exists, right?
No, they don't. I mean, that would be a good place for us to wait till morning if we can get there.
Some might not. Or some might know, some might not. You know, some of them don't.
I mean, I guess if we could just
Nothing gained.
whatever.
Let's go.
Sure, let's just go have like a real war or whatever. I guess.
All right.
For the crown.
In that case, I'm gonna say let's retreat. Then we can give our other boys some time in the sun here. All right, so that's gonna be 3. There's gonna be group stealth checks. So you guys have to majority be a success. Not a great start. Alright, so those are your 3. Alright, so Phineas only... Alright,
Alright, I'm at 28 since bug.
Alright, hold on, yeah, pause for a second. I'm just gonna add them up. Okay, so let me do my 3 checks for the house. That's gonna be check number 1, check number 2, check number 3. Working together invisibly, you all are gonna manage to get out the front door, out of the property to go meet up with your forces.
Progress.
So I'm going to just move your guys' tokens on to the front lawn here in a second. And then... before I forget, I'm just going to give you guys Titus's XP. Everybody's going to get 800 XP for killing Lord Titus. And...
By the way...
Yes.
For mustering, can you just use some charges for the infernal healing to get back up to full?
Yeah, presumably while you're setting up the attack, you'd have time to do that. So, with Galatus and Machiavelli, you guys are probably, a few miles, or maybe a mile or so away from the manor, from the palace. Just, having a jolly time, rallying the troops. The bandits have, bought a whole bunch of, beer and ale and liquor out of the forest. You see that men-at-arms have gathered from the Baroness's estate, from O'Kara's estate. A few of the stronger men and women from Old Town that you guys rescued also show up. The Night Swan, you saw her briefly. You guys probably saw her, but she's kind of just skirting around the edges of the campfires in this camp. So mechanically, the way this is going to work is because you've gathered a certain number of troops, that is going to divert a lot of his remaining troop strength into combating them, just so we don't have to worry about 15 people on each side of combat. That being said, you guys have a few hours here as the rest are sneaking in to either prepare your troops or hype them up any way that you would like to. So, Machiavelli, do you think you'd be doing anything for that?
We do some light calisthenics.
Hell yeah. Give me just
Get our stretches on.
Give me just a straight strength check as you lead some stretches. Oh yeah, you get everyone limbered up. Even the one half orc from Stakis has shown up here, and he is helping you with the stretches. He's super hyped up for this fight.
I remind them, sprains are your enemy.
Alright. That is definitely going to help their morale in this fight. Galatus and Valoros, what are you guys doing to help up the fight here?
Teaching him some chants.
Oh, hell yeah. Give me a diplomacy check. You start drilling these various war chants into them, a few of Iomede's poems and Gorham's battle hymns, and alright, when the beat is this, we're gonna march. This is how we encourage you to fight, etc., etc. And you guys are both very successful, so those are going to raise the troops' morale. You guys have a time for at least one more morale raising check for each. And is Valoros doing anything separately? Oh, Valoros is just assisting? Got it.
Yep. He's assisting.
All right. In that case, are you guys doing the same thing, or want to do any other type of...
Nope, we're going to just get him really hopped up. Pumped up,
hell yeah,
ready to do this thing.
Oh yeah. Wildly successful. Alright, so, all of the men-at-arms, the Beggarwood bandits, what's his name? Partulus Main, the half-orc, the 4 leaders of the bandits, Gerda Thresh, Ginnet, Malafort, and Nani. They are all just hyped and ready for bloodshed, ready to purge this kingdom.
Did we get any support from Abadar's temple?
From the clerics? Oh,
yeah.
Oh, from the Archbanker?
Yeah.
So she didn't send any more troops. However, the priest that she like assigned and is now working in your guys' temple as like a priest of Iomade, the Archbanker sent him a bunch of like buff scrolls to like hype up the troops, like even like bark skid and like bull strength and things like that.
Nice.
So between all those different factions, you guys have like the max morale with them, so they are going to be very successful in attacking. Are you guys attacking in the daylight, like at dawn?
No, we're gonna have a nice breakfast first. We'll go in about, let's say, 9:30.
Okay. You guys begin eating up.
This isn't a surprise by any stretch of the imagination.
Oh no, I mean this is a huge troop movement. People probably have been able to see this. That being said, 9 o'clock still during the day. I'm gonna switch this over to daylight mode. Got the whole squad back here. All right. So now's the time for any last buffs you guys want to do, or any preparations. Because after that, I'm going to roll some checks to see how well your troops are going to engage with the manners.
Well, is there any chance of a non-violent... I mean, the thing is who's in command now that Bartleby is indisposed? Or is he back out leading his troops? Or
You can try to, like,
Titus.
pull, like, an army at the gates. I think because you guys secured the cleric's help, you've already used them a few times for your rallies, but the cleric comes over to you and is just like, here, the Archbanker gave me some scrolls of a clarion call, and just like offers scrolls to you guys so that you all can, if you want to negotiate, you'd be able to shout and the whole house would be able to hear you.
yeah. So what do they have outside the house?
Right, so as you guys approach, all right, those tokens are still inside. So as you guys approach, you see that like they have like barred the doors. There is a light squad of like Bartleby soldiers, about 8 of them out front. There's going to be some waiting around back of the house as well. And you can also see that they have activated a security measure in the front fountain area, where they have turned some of the like beautiful topiary elephants into like enchanted constructs.
Ah, nice. All right, so I'm going to hold up a flag to signal parley and see if anybody comes out to meet me.
All right. So, you are going to see a somewhat restored, but clearly still injured, Count Bartleby. Now, I'm going to put him in the front by the soldiers, but you can see he has, like, thrown his office window above these doors open and is, like, shouting down from them.
Ah, okay.
So that's like.
So he's not going to come down.
No, he's staying up there. He is very wary. And
all right.
we haven't looked at his full art in a while. It's this token. Here's Count Bartleby Lothide, the man himself. Although now seems a little reluctant to draw his sullied sword cane.
You know, it's a nice picture. I almost used it for a character one time.
It is very cool. I really do like the art of it.
All right. So
he sees you out there and he's just like, Tribute Galatus, master of the Bartleby House. What is all this?
So I'll use the clarion call so everyone can hear me. Come out, Count Bartleby. Surrender your manor. The people have decided that you will no longer rule over them. You are done in this county. You must flee away.
Ooh. All right, so, if you want to make an intimidate check, you are going to, because you got the max tier of morale and like all the different types of soldiers, is going to be a plus 10 bonus on top of your regular.
All right. Hang on here. So 10 on that.
34. Roger that. He like looks around at your like motley assortment of like, there's Okara's like very proper like legionnaire type people, just these like bandit kings fresh out of the woods, priests of Abadar, like all this crazy assortment of people. Even like you look over to your side and you see like the Night Swan, her cape billowing and like mask on her face, is standing behind you guys.
And there's no wind. Somehow she just makes it billow.
Yeah, it weirdly totally dead. There's no breeze. He like licks
These
his lips.
people reject your rule.
And
no one supports you. Your troops have fled.
He's like, the lot of you know that. Oh my god, you guys made me forget. you know that Pytharius. He's the only way forward for this country. Stand by me, and I will ensure you stand with him. And just like none of them seem to respond. Licks his lips nervously again.
All right, so I'm gonna get them going with the hey ho ho. Bartleby has got to go.
Start this chant. They like are roaring behind you. There's like this very like martial element to it as they like bang like spears and swords against shields. You see some of the bandits are like taking pot shots at the topiary, like not the ones that are animated, just the regular bushes to like show that they have like amazing aim. You see one of them like just lodges a headshot in a topiary giraffe, and he's like looks to be panicking. And he's like. Give me another intimidate check, as the first one was certainly a success to get this surrender.
All right. I hadn't done that yet, but I'm going to go ahead and throw up a studied target for him.
Yeah, is there a range limit on studied targets? Just if you guys can see.
I believe it's sight, but I don't know for sure.
It's line of sight.
If it's regular studied target, it's line of sight.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, then for sure.
All right. So 10 more on that.
37. Alright. He looks around, sees his men are like balking at this force. He's got more men waiting in the wings on like the east and west side of the palace who are kind of like on this standoff with all of your troops. And he's like, what guarantee do I have that you'll let me go if I abandon the palace and surrender?
Okay, so I'm going to look around a little bit and check the eye, make eye contact with the rest of the team to make sure that they're on board with letting him go, which I'm pretty sure they're not going to be.
I mean,
team, what do your eyes say to Tribune Galtus?
Oh, no, I'm 100% with letting him go, but he's definitely going to die the night later.
Yeah, Phineas is of the same mind. Let him go. Let the Night Swan track him down afterwards.
Ooh.
Fair enough.
Or Olivia.
You have my word as a tribune.
I mean, I guess this is technically the truth, so I feel like a diplomacy roll is in order.
I'll assist.
Yeah, you can go ahead and assist. Yes. Your disgustingly high diplomacy rolls.
And I can do 2 and take the better one. Oh, there we go.
I think we may. Something tells me I think we passed.
Ooh. Okay. First of all, yes. With a nat 20 on a 40, assisted by a 41. Shockingly, that is enough. He looks around, tosses his spellbook and weapon out the window. And it's just like, all of you, troops, stand down. It seems the Palace of Birdsong is no longer for the Lothid family. I warn you now, though, Tribute, while I can stop my men, there are forces in the house, ancient and arcane, that I do not hold sway over. Let it not be counted against me.
Alright, I look like I consider that, but then I agree.
Alright. He begins
Soldiers
marching
of
out.
Lothid, throw down your weapons.
Just massive, like, clatter after clatter as various weapons are, like, unsheathed and then just thrown to the ground.
The Gishvit runs through the crowd of soldiers and grabs the spellbook in its tongue and then scurries back.
Alright, I will show you his, I'll send you his spellbook later, but he doesn't have a lot, because he's a magus, but he's got some good attack stuff. Well, fuck me. This is absolutely gonna work. So, the troops begin to throw down their arms. The topiaries, which are one of the magical things he does have control over, are deanimated. Count Bartleby saddles a horse and just like slowly plods out of his own lands, just totally dejected. A few of his troops go with him, but just not many of them. The majority are all willing to just surrender. I'm gonna drag. There are ones that are like not on the map, quote unquote, but I'm gonna drag the ones that are left in the house out here, as they are all totally done.
Hey, like a third of those belong to me.
And you even get some of the... Yeah, 4 of them are yours. So we can say that, let's say, these 4 over here could stay and help you, like, guard the house. He doesn't even look surprised anymore as some of his men march off to join your forces. He rides away with 2 remaining nobles, who were kind of like attaches to Titus. Dame Carrot Hellbore, and Cyrus Cocklebur Esquire, who are kind of like a lord and lawyer to Titus. And they ride away. So first of all, while there is some remaining stuff in the house, I'm going to give you guys just a whole bunch of XP, because that worked swimmingly. Alright, how many Lothid did you guys actively... obviously there's more that matter, but mechanically you only took out a certain amount. About 16 guards. And bear with me, there's going to be a lot of XP here. And you guys got Bartleby. And the 2 nobles. Alright, so just straight up from enemies. And this is going... Oh, hold on.
Topiaries?
Yeah, topiaries he can deactivate, and he can also deactivate the carotid column, so those 2. And that'll be the last things I add up. Okay, how much are the columns worth? Columns worth that much each. Okay, everyone is going to get 5,500 XP. Get rid of these guys. Put them away for now. All right.
And I'm going to, before we, dismiss everybody, I'm going to thank all the crowd for turning out. and tell the soldiers that we endeavor to be leaders that they will always support.
The various soldiers like nod in respect. The bandits are like, maybe, just maybe, you'll be able to make this a better place, and we won't have to resort to such drastic measures in the future.
I have a private conversation with the Night Swan and the Swan Maiden.
Oh yeah, the Swan Maiden and Night Swan are actually like both hanging out. One's like, oh, you know, you're the inspiration for what I do, and she's like, oh, excellent. Would you like to become a Swan Maiden? She's like, sure. They're like, oh, yes. What is it?
I was just thinking, if you wait until midnight, it's a different day, wherever he may be, not our concern.
They both grin and like take off. And as they go, Olivia, they like stop by like, do you want in on this with us?
I'll catch up later.
A girls' night out it is. So they get ready to just go kill this man in the dead of night.
Boo.
All right.
Murder, death.
And Justice has an attitude.
So, with that being said, a lot of the horrors of this building have been dealt with. However, if you guys want to go ahead and just enter the front doorway, really the only remaining thing you're looking for is that teleportation circle.
Yeah, and we should check out the panic room, see what's in there.
Sure.
For sure.
Knowing where the panic room is, I can put you guys straight there. If you give me a sec. Let's get rid of those columns. They don't need to be here anymore.
Oh, and before everybody goes off, we'll ask for any, servants who used to work in the household who want to come back to, feel free to take up their old positions.
You see a few servants like come back in through like the various servants' entrances, and populating the servant quarters. All right, now we can zoom in from this massive zoomed out shot. Here we go. Okay, so you guys want to go straight to the panic room side?
Yep.
All right, give me one moment. It's gonna be down here. Hold on, not all of you guys are actually inside the panic room. So I arranged you in a rather silly way. Alright.
Well, I can't see anything with everybody in here.
Hold on. Let me see if I can just knock out that wall so you guys can look one at a time. So you guys are truly filling that room. Alright, there you go. Now you can just see through into the panic room. Alright, hell yeah.
Well,
so
not a lot of stuff in there. Chairs.
There are a few chairs. This isolated chamber is hidden between two secret doors and decorated and painted in soothing colors. It serves as a bolt hole for the family in residence during times of trouble. You see a small wooden box labeled emergency supplies. In it is a bottle of gin, potions of cure moderate wounds, scrolls of sending, and a sustaining spoon.
Seriously? Gin?
Gin. Not only that, though, most sustaining spoons, they give you, like, unlimited food, right? But it tastes like, literally, the magic item tastes like wet cardboard. His is a special one that produces, like, rich soups.
Freaking, we got lobster base for life, guys.
Just any rich soup you want, it is there.
Lobster? Isn't that poor people food?
Yeah, I guess lobster food did used to be very poor people food. I always forget that. That appears to be all that's in here, though. It's just those items.
All right. Well, looks like we have to search the rest of the house.
All righty.
We should start with the tower.
Yeah, I would like to constantly be doing detect magic while in the tower so we can find that teleportation circle.
Okay, so you're looking for the tower. All right, in that case, give me 1 second. I'm going to bring you guys to the front of the tower, so that's back downstairs. Boop, boop, boop. All right, there is the tower. Everyone give me perception checks. All right. So in through the walls on your left, you can hear a quiet whispering that's just like continue, like not loud enough to like hear what it's saying, but just quiet, like just constant. In the room where you guys are now with a 31, Phineas, you realize that around the door up ahead, I deleted that thing too early by accident, but around the door up ahead, you see that there are some hidden arcane runes carved into the surface. And I'm going to describe the rest of them to you. So this is an overstuffy, roughly triangular office, and it's fit for a king. With every surface, an example of expert artistry, all but like dripping with gold leaf. There's a large desk of dark, fragrant wood, decorated with golden candelabras, while carved cherubs dance among storm clouds, all through the molding above. With that 31, you do see those runes. If you point them out to people can make a spellcraft check to figure out what they are.
I thought that 5.
I'll point them out.
Okay, 30. And Olivia got 26 as well, bringing that up to a 32. So this is kind of a trap here. You see that it is meant to shoot electricity throughout the room. However, the trap seems to all be related to what it's calling like a focusing device. And now that you guys have heard that looking around, you can see that one of the cherubs above is holding a wand in it. That seems to be the focusing device that's powering this trap.
So this is a remove the wand while you're in the room and put it back when you leave sort of thing?
Yeah, I mean, once it looks like once it's gone with that spellcrafter, you guys know once the wand's gone, the trap's not going to go off.
Oh, yeah, I could just disable the trap.
You could also do that. In this case, both are solutions.
Can we get, like, looking at it, can we get into the room without triggering the trap, or will the trap just go off when we go in the room?
Well, we can just take the wand.
Either you could take the wand, or you could try to, since you can disable traps, Olivia, and like arcane traps, you could try to like rewrite some of those glyphs on the doorway, or like cut out parts of them, and disable it. So either way.
Hunt.
Maybe I'm missing like part of the description. Is this wand with like in reach before we walk into the room, or
the wand is like up on the ceiling, like above Olivia and Galatus. It's in like those there's like a bunch of like cherubs statues along like the edge of the ceiling. One of the carved cherubs, it looks like a lot of like carved to look like they're holding objects. In this case, one of them looks like it's carved to be holding a wand of lightning. It is in fact an actual wand.
So yeah, we can just grab it.
We just took the...
Okay. In that case, everyone's gonna get 1,200 XP. And you guys also get give me another spellcraft check on the wand now that you guys have that.
Why is this?
All right. You guys know this is a wand of lightning bolt with 21 charges. Each charge is going to do 6d6. But after that, you guys could successfully open it, which leads into a larger, more comfortable-looking room up ahead. And you can see there are 2 doors, one on either side of you. The one on the left seems to be where the whispering is coming from.
Well, Machiavelli hasn't gotten to do much, so he should probably go in first.
All right.
Walking on first.
Get on in there, Machiavelli.
Get in there.
He's under Phineas.
Oh, sorry.
I carry him around. I carry him like he carries the Gishvit.
Machiavelli's just carrying the team on his back right now.
Yeah.
All right. So the room up ahead, Machiavelli, alternating bookshelves and paintings line the walls in this large, warm space. Warm colors, plush carpeting, overstuffed furniture, all combine to give the illusion of welcoming, of a welcoming room. The scent of tobacco hangs faintly in the air, and a large portrait of Velito Lothide stares down from one wall. Machiavelli, you quickly realize this is the portrait that once it repairs itself makes the trompe l'oeil, that like painting construct that attacked you guys earlier.
I mean, I'll call everybody in. There's that painting.
Yeah.
Seems like a place where that wizard guy who that was his wife would be. Or would arrive from.
Interesting. So is there any sort of...
Give me
teleportation?
a perception check. Look around the room. Uh, 30, now 19. All right. Phineas, you do a very thorough search of the room. You see that there are like slash marks through her painting that are slowly healing themselves. Apart from that, though, it does not appear as there are any more magical things in this room.
Okay.
How high up?
So, where our tokens are is the office, and where our tokens aren't is the room with the painting in it.
This whole area over here, the part you can see, that whole room is with like all like the warm furniture and her painting. This darkened area behind you is a different room.
You know, now that I know her husband's alive, I'm less likely to take that painting. He
Fair.
might be upset.
Okay, but his husband doesn't have to know. Her husband doesn't have to know. He probably won't know.
I mean, I personally, I feel like pissing off a powerful wizard by fucking with his dead wife's corpse it's just bad juju.
I mean, an ambush he could respect, but messing with his wife, yeah, not so much.
Especially, you know, you're saying he wouldn't know it was us. I mean, the guy's a wizard, not retarded. I'm sorry.
We did also kill his wife.
We don't say that, but yes.
Yeah, but she's coming back, so it doesn't count.
Semantics, maybe? I don't know. Depends on the wizard.
Up to you guys.
All
You
right,
guys can just leave the portrait alone, or get rid of it, or
Yeah,
take it
she's
with
not
you.
going to do anything anytime real soon, right?
I mean, I checked behind it for a safe, but I'm not, like, taking the painting.
Probably
Is there
dispatch it.
Is there like a sheet that we could put over the painting?
Yeah, there's like some like various like nice blankets that are kind of slung across the back of the couches.
I'm gonna just put a blanket over it so that it's less creepy.
Sure, you cover it up, so it can no longer stare at you guys. But unfortunately, if you want to get higher up the tower, it does not look like the stairs are in this room.
Oh, let's try the room on the other door.
Yeah.
All right,
So
you guys
left.
going right or left?
Right, because left was chattering, so.
All right, right it is. You guys, through this door, you find just the most polished, beautiful bathroom you have ever seen. Looks like the tub itself was carved out of like one slab of marble. That's all that's in there, though. It's just very, very rich people, opulent bathroom with like gold taps and stuff.
I gotta say, this is much nicer than our old place.
Yeah, I mean, palaces are very nice.
All right, let's check the other room.
So I had a separate tab open for
give
Bartleby's stats. Just gonna go ahead and close that. Don't need that anymore.
I mean,
So the
kind
other door.
Not yet. I don't. He'll come back.
Ugh.
All right. Oh, that perception check. That's on this door, Olivia.
Yeah.
All right. You can still hear the same voice. In addition, it also sounds like in between the whispers, you hear just like a just like a child's crying.
Do you have Can I make any words out at all?
You hear like, "Mommy, why'd you leave me all alone? I don't want to be here."
Okay. That's
That couldn't be any dangerous. I mean, dangerous things don't only in like pantomime as a child.
yeah, horrible spider creatures never act like small children.
Okay, that was a different case, and it's probably quite weak compared to us.
Well,
Anyways,
I salute Tanith's optimism. All right, so are we going in?
I guess so. Who wants to be first?
Machiavelli is carrying this team.
All right, Machiavelli, as you open the door,
I kick it open,
kick it open.
extra loud.
Dang, it was a horrible creature.
You see a gray, what looks like a gray, emaciated child with cobwebs and dust for clothes, and a fox skull for a head. It appears that any missing bones are made out of children's toys. Are you gonna help me? I'm gonna need, Okay, so it's activating that ability when you open the door. Let's get out the old ruler. Just Machiavelli. Give me a will save.
Armed again.
You are just fully unnerved, like the childlike whimpering, and it almost sounds like a messed up music box, like ting, 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 mixing in the background. You take a -1 to attack rolls, damage rolls, will saves, and skill checks. Also, if there was a bard here, you could not benefit from his performance. With that,
Does it act aggressively otherwise?
looks like it's reaching towards you.
Oh, alright.
We're gonna roll for initiative.
Probably wants a hug.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's a scared child, man. Damn it.
Phineas has been burned before. He is ready for this one.
Phineas is not happy about any sort of illusion or anything like that.
Phineas hates kids.
And spiders. Don't forget
God
spiders.
damn it. I really thought this thing was gonna drop on you guys a little bit. Got a 10 in initiative. It's got a +9. Roll a 1.
Still has a jump on me and on Machiavelli.
All right. Shall I go?
Yeah, bring it home. Let's do it.
All right. So Valeros is going to pop in to that square
Okay.
and challenge the creature.
Why do you want to fight me? Make a will save as you enter his aura of sobs, which is the literal name of this ability.
Amazing.
I just want to commend Valorous.
These
on
monsters are so
challenging
fucked.
children.
As Valorous was like, the noble knight charges in to challenge this monster. He also gets a -1 to all those things too.
All right.
He's really good at beating those children.
Yeah. And then Galatus is going to leap into the fray
Hell yeah!
and poke
All right, Galatus make the will save as well, and go for the attack.
Well, at least he's got a better bonus.
That is a pass. You hear the sobbing. Why are you all ganging up on me? But you just don't care, as this is clearly some sort of really fucked up undead.
Yep. All right.
Orcus doesn't care about children.
Ooh.
Okay, that's a confirmed crit. As you just like stab forward with your magic rapier, it shatters half of the fox skull off of the top of this thing, and it just turns and looks to you now with only one hollow eye socket. It's just like, that wasn't very nice. Phineas.
All right. Galatus is actually going to chuckle at that.
I go into snake style, and then I come into the room,
Get down, get snaky.
and I'm going to use Vampiric Touch on it.
Vampiric touch.
Yeah.
That does hit.
Oh my gosh.
Holy fuck! What are the odds?
So that's 36 damage.
How am I supposed to
Be
keep
quiet,
my?
you liar!
I'm trying to make these fights harder. If you guys keep critting and rolling all sixes. This thing looks really badly off as you just rip away its like little teddy bear toy, and it turns to like brown dust in your hands. This thing is barely hanging on.
Teddy bear for you.
And
That was my
Phineas,
will save, 'cause I
yep,
don't
you
believe in shit.
you do make it against the Aura of Sobs. Olivia.
Gonna move in, swift action, study it,
Okay.
and then where's that? We'll say first. Whatever.
Okay, so you're
you said it looks
-1 to all your stuff.
Yeah, you said it looks really bad.
It does look bad, for sure.
Yeah. I'm going to study strike, just the first one. 23 hit.
23 does indeed hit. That's gonna be
23 damage. And I make it bludgeoning as a free action.
make it bludgeoning. You said.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
dead, right?
In that case, it shatters apart and is no more.
Yeah, I agree with Phineas.
100%. 100%.
Fuck. Well, I got real
that was
lucky on that
creepy.
initiative roll because it's like some of its thing. It has so many fucked up things. It can steal your breath and then also steal your voice.
Yoink.
Yeah, it's a creepy little thing.
Who keeps that in the house?
I think it was on purpose, Phineas.
So
don't know.
everybody's gonna get 400 XP. And you guys can just take 20 in the knowledge check now. Basically, this is what's known as an attic whisperer. It spawns as the result of a lonely or neglected child's death. So usually, if there's no body, it'll rise anyways, like an amalgam of old toys and dust, and any objects like associated with the child.
Well, that is creepy.
But you guys have successfully seen it off this mortal plane.
Hell yeah, I'm all about killing children.
Dead children.
Especially dead children. Pick them while they're down, I say.
Alright, so you guys got that XP. Is there anything else you guys are gonna get in that room? What is she? I'm gonna save you some time. It doesn't look like there's much more in that room.
All right, to the stairs.
Onward and upward, I guess. Maybe
All right.
more kids to kick.
I'm just gonna group you guys up again so I can drag you to the next room. Come on, roll 20. Don't lag out on me here.
We're in the void.
There we go. Okay.
There we go.
All right. So you guys have now moved upstairs. A towering domed ceiling that curves overhead in this room depicts the shimmering summer stars, with major constellations outlined in gold leaf. A massive bed trimmed with silk sheets and a dark wood vanity fills much of the space, while expensive bric-a-brac covers the waist-high shelves circling the room. Give me a perception check in here.
And detect magic.
And detect, you can detect magic.
Tremble. Dual 32s.
Galatis is over there like, look at the thread count on these sheets.
Oh, it's beautiful sheets.
This is amazing.
It's the finest work. It's a pure like Osirian cotton, just very breathable material. So you guys also notice that while there are no magical auras in here through the door, there is like leftover just ambient magical auras coming through those double doors right here. They seem pretty weak, but clearly like magic has been done in that room a fair amount. You guys would also see that all of the stars, quote unquote, like the smaller ones that aren't outlined in gold, are in fact just straight up pearls. Give me an appraise check on the stars. There are 35 stars, each one worth 100 gold pieces.
Well, yeah, but we're probably not going to remove them.
Okay, you do you?
I mean,
This is
Right.
probably the future queen, so
What if we use the money to pay for things in the county?
yeah.
Well, that would be a good reason to, but maybe
Well-
we keep it until times are more desperate.
I mean, is
I mean,
she
do you want to sell the rest of the furniture and stuff in the house too?
Yeah, I was actually going to talk about that.
She did say, I believe at the beginning of the book, she gave you guys instructions. I think she said she wasn't that fussed if it got, like, you know, some stuff was taken for your guys' monetary gain, just as long as it wasn't, like, everything.
We can loot it, just don't burn it down.
do.
What I'm hearing is that if it's not bolted to the floor,
Technically, these are stuck into the ceiling.
how stuck to the ceiling are they?
You
I,
think... Give me a engineering check.
You got that, right?
I have everything.
The 26... Well, you think it would with probably, like, an hour's work, you could get them all down.
Nah, it's not. That's not floor. We'll come back to this later.
it's on the floor.
We have
Just
wizards to thwart.
opposite.
We have wizards to thwart. Alright, alright, so in that case, you guys have one set of double doors you haven't been in yet.
Careful, there's a magical aura coming through.
Machiavelli, do your thing.
Any did my
Open those doors.
perception see checks or no?
So let me reveal those doors to you and read you this.
Before Machiavelli goes through, I'll give him a touch of rage.
Okay. Boom! Kicks that door right open. All right. Plush red carpeting has been cut away from the center of the floor here, and what remains is badly stained. Desks line the walls, covered in bones, brass instruments, glassware, and jars filled with bizarre concoctions and other such collections. The stink of old peat and insect activity is rampant. Appears to be some sort of arcane laboratory.
Yeah, this is gross. We need to fix this.
Give me a perception check.
Or we use it.
I think it's a candy shop.
Damn it, Vinny, stop mean rolls.
All right.
God damn it, dude. I always close my sheet.
So you guys can see Galatis, Valeros. I think everybody has seen this. We'll see Olivia. Even Olivia barely making the check. There is a secret door. You see a faint light shining from underneath this wall. Sorry, I'm on the wrong layer. Right here.
Well, I think we're going to open it.
All right. The hidden chamber is decorated with holy symbols of 24 religions, as well as strange herbs and dried animals. Jars of colored powders are organized neatly along the northern wall. A large circle, etched in silver and decorated with intricate loops and swirls, fills most of the floor. However, as you guys see what looks to be an arcane circle, perhaps one you've been looking for, Olivia, a beast emerges, seemingly from a different plane entirely.
Tim!
Is it a child?
No, but it is that same deformed spider creature that some of you saw in your nightmares when you stayed in the palace grounds during the festival.
No child, not scared.
It is a spider, though.
I'm scared.
It does have spider legs. I'll show you guys the art of the Iconics fighting in a second. However, as it appears, sorry, that's too close where it appears. It's going to appear one farther back. A beam of black light, almost looks like black fire, streaks out of its mouth to strike Olivia. Olivia, you gain 3 negative levels, no save.
Ouch!
And with that, we're going to roll for initiative.
Sure.
Let's get some battle music.
Loser only got 12 initiative.
Yeah, man, I've just resigned myself that my initiatives are cursed. Alright, is everybody in?
I think.
In that case, it looks like we're going to start off with Galatis as this strange monstrosity appears.
Valeros leaps into action. Squishy spider, die! Alright, and he is going to challenge it. And so everybody... No, that is wrong. He's got a lot more damage. Let me find out what his numbers are, but everybody's going to get a bonus to their attacks against him.
Oh, okay, dope.
And that's going to be his turn, because that's a standard action. And then Galatis is going to pop over here. And that takes a move, so he can't put anything else up. But he is flanking. So, just the first attack.
just the first attack. A 35 is going to hit. Actually, let me just double check something. You actually do see that its body seems to be shifting around quite a bit. Give me a D100 check.
I hate those things.
That is going to be a hit still.
All right.
All right, Machiavelli.
If I five to that corner, can I see him through the doorway?
I would say so, yes.
Okay, everybody gets a +2 on their attacks.
Okay, so Valos is providing that +2 to everybody.
Oh, pew pew.
Even without
I
the
believe it.
mischance, even with +2, those are both going to bounce off of it. Off of its, like, strange, like, cockroach, spidery carapace.
Alright, sorry. That is only for melee people.
Oh, it's not with the bows? Okay, gotcha.
Nope.
Alright,
Melee attacks.
Tanith.
First things first, I'm gonna haste you all. Everybody haste it. Second thing second, Toddy's gonna shoot them all.
Here's the art of what you guys are fighting. Just straight nightmare fuel.
And this is magical damage in case of like PR or whatever.
Okay, hold on. Alright, so that is 2 potential hits. Give me 2 D100 checks. Like she doesn't even care about the mischance. 2 arrows lodge into this thing. But it is still cooking.
Alright, turn.
Olivia.
I'm going to gonna draw out my admixture vial.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast some stuff. And now I have how does it work? The admixture vial? Is it 2?
Is this like your mutagen?
Yeah, no, this is I assume mutagen's on, like when we decided to go in the house, because it's 10 minutes per level.
Oh yeah, then I mean I figure you'd probably just it's like a long enough buff that most times it's not gonna matter.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I just want to make sure what this did. Then now I take it out and then I drink it, so I have displacement and cat's grace, and then
All right, buffing yourself up. That's gonna be this strange nightmare creature. It lets out like a and looks around at all of you. Its head's like spinning 360 degrees on its neck. And I need
Now that just can't work.
everybody to make a will save as it feels like your bodies are falling apart under its gaze. Alright, Phineas has a pass, Galatus has a fail. Machiavelli, that's a fail. Valoros passes.
Machiavelli has a +4 from Touch of Rage.
He has a +4 from Touch of Rage. Is that included
it's-
in the 17 or no?
No.
Oh, okay, then 21 does pass. So
Sorry,
you
I'm trying to figure something out.
get angry that this thing would like even try to use these strange mind powers on you and just push through. Olivia does fail though with 20.
I was gonna use an inspiration. If yeah.
I did call it too fast, so if you want to roll an inspiration, you can roll.
I just took the thing that lets it be
I know which one you're talking. The investigator talent.
yeah, the one that makes it one instead of two.
Save.
Yes. You and Toddy both need to make will saves.
All right.
So far, only Galatus has failed. Jesus Christ.
No.
I thought you said Machiavelli failed. Oh no, because he had
He had with the rage, he passed it. It's close, but he passed it.
That's actually a 12, but I'm pretty sure that still fails.
Yes, that does fail. Okay, so for excuse me, for Galatus and Toddy, each of you is gonna take 3 Constitution damage.
All right.
And then for the next 6 rounds, Galatus and Toddy have a -2 to hit, -2 damage, and -2 to skill checks.
Okay.
All right. With that, sorry, just cracking my neck. That is the end of its turn. Oh wait, no, it can still get 1 claw attack off, so it's gonna try to claw Galatus here.
Parry.
All right, roll your parry.
So sorry. Does the parry include my flanking or no?
I believe so, yeah, because it's
Yeah.
just a attack
It's an
roll.
attack roll.
Okay.
Okay, 26. Do some quick math. That is not gonna parry it, unfortunately.
No.
You're gonna take 10 damage as one of its like long spidery legs like sticks out and stabs you.
What about Valeros's challenge?
Yeah, was I 2 off?
Oh, you too
Oh, well, to be fair, I have -2 from they just gave me, so it balances out.
Oh, okay.
Okay, good. I already moved that dice, so I wasn't sure. Okay, that is its full turn though. So Phineas.
Snake style, and do I know if the blur thing is something I can dispel or not?
Give me a spellcraft check. Yeah, it is a spell-like ability, not a supernatural ability, so you could dispel blur.
So I will dispel then.
Okay, it's gonna be a caster level check. That is a success. Its body stops vibrating, and you can see exactly where this nightmare creature is located.
Awesome, Phineas.
I'll make it a steady target. I'll 5-foot step, and then I'll take my 1 attack.
Okay, go for it.
Wait, you can do
Wait, isn't dispel a standard?
yeah.
I thought with haste that we got like a second standard.
The haste only affects like a full round attack, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Round attack.
But I mean, hey, removing its mischance, it's a pretty solid turn.
Yeah.
All right, Galatus. So you still have, well, I guess you have no penalty because you're getting balanced out by Valeros and the shaken apart special ability this thing has.
Yeah. All right. So, Valeros is going to do a full attack. So 1, 2, and we have haste now, right?
I believe Tanith had added haste, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, unfortunately, that crit doesn't count.
So we got 3. So hit, miss.
Okay.
All right. This
And
thing is
then-
still standing though.
Then Galatus is going to do a swift action Bane.
Oh. 23. That definitely does hit. Oh, because you can full round attack. It's a swift action. Holy shit.
Yep. So attack 1, attack 2, and attack 1 are all.
I will say with the Bane, though,
Legit
you would have
attacks.
to make a knowledge check to figure out exactly what this thing is. Unless you just want to straight guess
Are you
for it.
sure?
I think so. Don't you have to like know what creature you're baning or like what type?
No, I just think it's that one.
I think they figured out what it was when they dreamed about it.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys did roll about it before. Yes, you did. It's an outsider. You guys found out when it gave you nightmares during the festival.
That would have been my guess anyway.
All right. In that case, with the second crit doesn't count, but with that crit combined with the damage of the other 2 attacks, how do you kill this thing?
I stab it 3 times in the abdomen in rapid succession.
Shank it over and over again. Gonna pull up the fight art again just because it's so brutal looking. And this thing curls up with one last mental screech that like rattles your minds and collapses to the floor.
Oh, that was so satisfying. What a creepy thing.
It was about its
I
next
cast Burning
move.
Spear and I burn it.
Just light it on fire. Its next thing was going to be going in with Olivia again. Now that it could get another negative level thing off, it was going to try to kill you with negative levels.
Ouch.
Yeah,
That's just mean.
things are very scary. But nonetheless, you guys have slayed it. It's going to be 800 XP for everybody. And now you actually have time to investigate that magic circle in the hidden room. There is, I will say, there's one like little door up here too.
What was the thing called?
This was a named one, but the species here, I'll put it in. It is a type of Sakil, specifically an Ichko, I believe is how it's pronounced, or Ikko.
Okay.
Yeah, they real creepy. They're basically like, I think we explained this a little bit in like the session a while ago. I'll just say it again. They're essentially like psychopomps that like used to work for Pharasma and keep the Boneyard safe, and then we're like, yo, what if instead of protecting souls along their journey to the afterlife, we just ate them instead? So this is like a psychopomp that turned into like a nightmare beast that like hunts along the River of Souls.
Career change.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. That door is actually unlocked. Inside you're gonna find a little closet, but with a fair amount of like arcane and alchemical reagents. You can make a craft alchemy check or a appraise check to sort out how much that's worth. All right, 13. Olivia, do you want to do a craft alchemy?
Sorry, I was.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
Okay. Between the two of you, you would know there's enough like good reagents here that you could probably sell them for about 2,000 or so. And that's treasure items, so that's full. You also see there are a few magic items left over in here, including a belt of Mighty Constitution +2. And give me a spellcraft check on this stylish pair of red boots. Or a history check would also be acceptable.
Oh my goodness. Is there another artifact?
The other artifact boots? Screw the Dignity's barb, I want boots.
Hey, I feel like I should get a fucking stab at an artifact. Everybody else keeps getting them fucking all.
Unfortunately, 'tis not an artifact. Galatus, you remember that back in the day, it used to be fashionable to just put magic aura spells on clothes to make it seem like you were extraordinary when you weren't.
Okay, I'm going to tell Olivia it's an artifact.
I mean, I just. Right.
I mean, I think Olivia with spellcraft, you would also know that these are it's just a shitty pair of boots. It's a pair of boots that have been like artificially made to look cooler. You could maybe trick like a like lower class person into buying them, but they're not inherently not inherently ability boosting.
How much are they worth?
Give me an appraise check.
Well, that would have to be Phineas.
Phineas and Olivia, mainly Phineas. I just saw it load in. You guys think they're probably worth like 50 gold pieces. They're nice boots, unless you could bluff someone into thinking they actually are like real magic boots. In which case, they'd be worth like 750.
Okay, cool.
I mean,
Just mark them down as 750.
But that is all that's in this closet. You guys also, if you search, I assume you guys just had detect magic on. In the main,
Thoroughly doing the whole house.
oh yeah, in the main laboratory. I'm just gonna put not worth all the spellcraft checks. There's a lot of scrolls and other stuff, including marvelous pigments, in the other room.
Yeah.
All right. With all of this like magical loot that you have,
Well, before we go, we should deactivate the teleporter.
yes.
Yeah.
So as you, that's what I say. Now that you have nothing else to like look around at and like search for, go ahead and give me a spellcraft check on this circle. Okay, 32, assisted up to a 36 with those other two. So you think that the teleportation circle, if you wanted to like use it yourself, it would be impossible at the moment because it appears to be keyed to a code phrase written in Infernal. And it's not something you could guess. It's like literally like a password, like a rambling password that Palavin must have. However, you would also know that you could destroy it with a disable device or spellcraft check, or physically destroying the stone floor, or overloading the runes with electricity.
hey, Olivia, you could disable this, I think.
Oh, baby. That is the exact DC in this book, is 35. Olivia,
Nice.
a bead of sweat kind of like rolls down the side of her head as you look at all these runes. This is intense arcane like script carved into the stone. You take out some of your picks and slowly like add a curling tail onto one rune, put a line through the other one, and as you very carefully and gracefully alter the set of runes, the faint red glow of the circle peters out, and you know this teleportation circle is now inactive.
So is it just me, or is everybody else getting a healthy fear of this wizard?
Yeah, a bit.
What, the one that's been pretending to live for 300, pretending to be different people for 300 years? It's fine. He's probably
Yeah, that
fine,
one.
right? Just your average guy.
Starts. I already had one. I mean, I trust Martella, and if they're saying that they're a powerful wizard, I assume they're a powerful wizard.
Additionally,
I mean,
before we do the ramification of that circle, with those other spellcraft checks in this room, you would know that the bottles and jars of like arcane material are worth 1,500 gold pieces. Additionally, he has stored one more magic item away here. I believe Galatas, you're the only one who hasn't rolled for random item today.
I did, actually.
Oh wait, who didn't roll one?
Phineas.
Oh, it's Phineas. Okay, Phineas. Go ahead. We just got our 5th magic drop. Everyone gets one. Is this like the 2nd week in a row where you guys have gotten one per each character? People like War for the Crown.
People People like making it rain on us.
Yeah, they really,
We're
really
awesome.
are. Shout out to chat. All right, so we got another. Ooh, it's been a while since you guys have gotten belts. Now you got 2 in 1 game. That's a 70. That sounds dope. I'm excited to see what that is. Give me a spellcraft check. There's also fun, like, little side things. It lets me learn about more items. Okay. This is what is known as a blink back belt. There's a set of clips attached to a segmented belt constructed of metal links. Up to 2 one-handed melee weapons or 4 light melee weapons can be hung from the belt in straps or sheaths. When you draw a weapon attached to the belt and throw it before the end of the turn, the weapon will automatically teleport back to the strap or sheath immediately after the attack resolves.
Hey, it's one of the ways that you can make a ranged character work.
'Tis indeed.
But I ain't no blink back girl, you know?
Alright, with that, with you guys clearing that room, we're right at the point for our second 10-minute break here. I'm gonna go check in on my baby, and I'll be back in 10 minutes.
All right.
right, let me switch us back over to live here. There we go. All right. Well, with the destroying of that, you guys have now met both criteria. To take the Palace of Birdsong. It's been a success. Now that it's secure, Princess Eutropia and Martella Lothide can begin their journey to the county of Maret from Casimir. They'll arrive in about a week, so it gives you time to rest, make any preparations. What would you guys...
I'm going to spend some time sending letters.
Okay.
Basically, thanks to everybody in the county. We'll give the full report to Martella. Can we reach her on the things now?
Yes, you can, as she's like back in the country now.
Okay. Anybody else we need to communicate with? Should we send a letter to Panavar disinviting him?
Let's just
Olivia, you and the Swan Maidens, like late the following evening, you catch him on the banks of the river as he's trying to escape into Casimir, and just before he can even draw steel, the three of you cut him down. Olivia, as he looks up at you, says, "Why? You were supposed to be our love." How do you deal the final blow?
I'm wearing the swan mask.
Okay, you're wearing the swan mask. The Fey Swan Woman has like a huge swan cloak. The Night Swan has that like black and white mask. It's like a mirror to your copy mask.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say, the feelings were never real. I don't know what enchanted you, but it wasn't me. And I'm honestly sorry that it had to end like this, and then through the heart.
A single tear just runs down his face. And Count Bartleboo passes from this mortal coil.
Gonna draw the girls' night.
Hell yeah, dude! I would love to see that art.
I kick his body into the river.
Just floats away, even faster because you guys have that magical pump house going.
What did what does the Swan Maiden look like? Because I wasn't there for that session.
I'll put the art in the run me afterwards. I'll put the art in the chat, in the Discord chat. All right. So, Martella and the princess, when they arrive bearing gifts. First of all, the princess herself thanks each of you personally. Thank you for your resourcefulness. Here, it's, I'm sure, a miserly portion of gold for heroes such as yourselves, but in addition to keeping the Bettany estate, please accept 2,000 gold pieces for each of you.
Hey, yo, 10,000 ain't bad.
Martella approaches you guys as well, as the princess is like still getting everything settled in her palace. And Martella says, "You know, I've heard you all have had a very successful time building up your various spy networks, and you know, whether it's stealth, whether it's talking to the people, whatever you're good at, you have built up those skills admirably."
I mean, I'm very bad at public speaking, but I'm pretty sure my people...
Your lectures were a bit rough at times, I heard, but it seems you've grown nonetheless, Tanith. Now, all of you... Well, you five are my top spy masters at the moment. And as such, to protect against magics and any other dangers, I would like to present you each with a gift. I don't know if it's something you want, but it is something I will provide. She gives you all, like, a rich, purplish blue cloak. Each of you gets a cloak of protection +2.
A better one, and now it actually fits my character art.
I hope these keep you safe. Is there anything else you need to update me or the princess on? If not, you can have some time to rest, build up your home, continue to rule over Starkus. You've been doing quite an admirable job, and Princess Eutropia has no desire to remove you all as tribunes.
I'm gonna try and get her off to the side.
Yes? What is it?
I'm gonna just whisper. They were cousins, right?
Bartleby and her?
Yeah.
They were brother and sister.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Your brother's been disposed of.
She breathes out. Well, frankly, I can't say that I'm sad. No one ever wants to hear that their brother is dead, but I heard how he treated the common folk, and he brought disgrace on our family name.
Also, you should do something about the ghosts,
The what?
the ghosts.
The ghost?
There's a
There's,
ghost in the office.
Of who?
Sorry, you took her aside.
Of your what is it, great grandfather, great grandfather?
Oh, it's her dad.
Oh, it's her dad.
Yeah, it's her dad.
Fuck, dude! All these old people. There's a 300-year-old wizard.
Dude,
and you told me
This
the ghost is her dad.
is Ghost Dad.
Ghost Dad.
Yeah. Your dad's haunting his office, I guess. I don't know.
Well, old Mercator could never learn to let go. I'll see if I can get a medium or something in to help me deal with that.
So we're clear. He actually does support the princess now. I talked him into it after telling him about Triangle Man bad.
She, Triangle Man. Oh, she's just like, you turned him against Pytharis. Well, you've managed to do a better job convincing him than I ever have.
Well, they say people change in their old age, and I guess even more when they die.
Olivia has drugs on her side.
I'm
Very
also
well.
just a very convincing and charismatic person.
She puts her hands on Olivia's shoulder. She's like, just there's no hard feelings. I understand why you did what you did, and
No problem.
it's not going to keep me up at night.
Me either.
She returns to the rest of you. She's like, any other matters of business before we send you to take a well-deserved rest?
Panavir, how worried should we be?
Now that we are occupying the palace, I imagine he'll be a little bit more cautious before launching any sort of attack. But if Lord Panavir VI is as good as the rest of the family thinks he is, then stay on your toes. He's a powerful wizard, a caster to be reckoned with.
Indeed.
Oh, does she know that he's not actually the 6th?
Yeah, that's what I was going to
You can ask
You
her.
can just call him Panavir. There is no 1
Yeah.
through 6. There's only one of them.
Yeah.
She frowns. She says, "What do you mean?"
I'm gonna. Hey, Phineas, you get that book thing with all that?
Show her the
Stuff.
things.
I pull out the birth certificates. These are all forgeries, and if you look at these photographs of him, these portraitures, it's the same man.
She combs through it with the well-honed eye of a spy master. She's like, my God, I never had all this information in one place. It was always in Father's safe. He's been alive this whole time? I don't even want to know what sort of influence he's had on my family's line these past centuries. If he never truly left, it throws everything into question.
Especially for me about its wife. I mean,
Yeah, the portrait.
like, yes, the portrait, but also his wife in general. Like, when did they marry? Which Hannah?
I confess I don't know exactly. It's been a few centuries, but I seem to recall that his wife died a tragic death. He never remarried, so I don't think he ever truly moved on from that loss.
Oh yeah, does she know about the painting lady?
No, I mean she knows about like, she like knows about that woman who is supposed to be Countess, Duchess of Aleto Lothide, but she thinks it's like, an aunt of hers essentially.
Yeah. So there's like a wizard tower over there with a painting on the bottom floor, and how are they related? Like your your dead, the wizard that's alive, his dead wife, comes out of it.
The wizard essentially is like her great many times removed great grandfather.
Yeah.
So there's a painting of Panava's wife, the original Valeto.
Yes. And every now and again, she pops out of the painting.
We should actually go show her.
Yeah.
She like follows you into the palace to that floor and is just like, oh, I think I've heard of a trompe l'oeil. This is powerful magic indeed. Let's just call him great-grandfather. It's going to be confusing otherwise. If great-grandfather was able to make such a construct, I didn't realize that making constructs and like that kind of enchantment magic was his specialty, but he seems quite skilled at it if he can make a trompe l'oeil.
It might not be his specialty, for he did. There's a teleportation circle upstairs that we disabled as well.
Good, you got it disabled. Excellent. And I saw you have the deed to the palace. All of this secures Eutropia's claim, and it might take a few weeks or months of work, but perhaps we could refocus that circle to aid our movement. I'd have to talk to some of the mages loyal to us.
Indeed.
Excellent.
What else is stuff? Anything else for her? Oh, we should show her the panic room, I guess, too, so that they know that's there.
Oh yeah, you guys can give her like a full tour and find all where all the stuff is hidden. All right. Unless you guys have anything else you want to do with the princess and Martella Lothide, your employer, we can kind of do a cut to a week ahead. If you want to do any crafting or anything like that, or if you think of, after the session ends tonight, of anything you'd want to do with that week of downtime, you can certainly do that, like try to up your HP, retrain something, etc., etc.
There is something with the princess before we end this.
Yeah, for sure. And then I was going to say, we still have a half an hour left. I was going to introduce the first part of the next book, which will be book 3 that you guys are about to start.
Yeah, so I don't want to be like fishing for compliments too directly, but I want to make sure that the princess knows that we managed to do this without bloodshed.
Yeah, you can go find her. She currently is out back in the palace gardens. And as you find her, turns to you, as lovely as ever. You see that she is actually like unlike last time you saw her, where she's in like that like ballroom robe in the Senate. She has like leather armor dyed like royal purple, multiple daggers strapped to her waist, and just like this thin gold like headpiece over her as well that kind of hides her crown.
You look geared for war.
I fear that is what it will come to in the end.
Oh, I hope not. There's so much suffering that goes along with war.
There truly is, but... Galatus, I confess you have reminded me that despite all this endless politicking and backstabbing, hidden bloodshed, poisonings, I heard what you did from some of the local counts. Baron O'Cara was particularly impressed. You gave them cause to surrender, and they listened. Count Bartleby listened.
He did, but I think it was more being able to show him a unified front. You know, once the population when everyone's on the same page, they see that they've already lost.
She nods her head, considering. Your words are wise, Tribune. And, Galatus, you and your friends, I know you work for Martella. She works for me. You are masters in her network. But what you all have accomplished here, you became local legends, you built a town back up from nothing. You inspired loyalty where there was none. And it wasn't through force of arms, it was through ideals. And at the core of our fight with Pytharius, that is what this is about. It is not always about strength. All of you are welcome as my advisors any time. We will need you, I fear, in every step of the way in this war.
Well, we hope to serve the princess and her cause of justice as best we can.
She, in a very unprincess-like manner, she reaches out and shakes your hand before going to continue patrolling her new palace.
Alright. Does Galatus go for the hug or just stay with the handshake? Probably too soon. We'll go with the handshake.
Okay. There's like an awkward moment where you think it's going to go into a hug, but it goes to the handshake.
Alright, well,
Alright.
We have a few more books left, so maybe we'll get there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You gotta keep up the tension, man.
And, yeah, I definitely... No, that was good. I'm glad we doubled back to that. Anyone else have anything they want to go back to or anything they want to add to it before we do our little week skip ahead? And during our time in between sessions, you guys we can discuss in the Discord about what other stuff you'd want to do during downtime, if you want to retrain or anything like that.
Did I ever get a reply from Calbio's family?
Let's see if they managed to make it through.
Nope, they're dead. Sorry.
Strangely, it seems like you have not yet.
Bum bum bum.
They're dead. Woohoo!
Oh, well, I tried.
Not a lot you can do at this point.
Resurrection schools are a thing.
Hey,
We're not wasting resurrection scrolls.
do it.
I mean, for
Bring
people
it.
who can't even pay their mortgage.
Exactly. Dude.
I mean,
I do want to talk to the group about now that everybody respects us cranking up the taxes so that we can.
Alright. I'll say that falls into because property building and stuff like that, it can be used as downtime because we can use some of the rules from Kingmaker, so we can make it part of that as well. But we still have a bit of time before we end today, so I'm going to kind of launch into just the beginning passage of Book 3. So this is Book 3, The Twilight Child.
No, children.
And
yeah, I'm not a fan.
Let's kill it.
no children here.
Let's fucking murder them.
Alright. Let me bring us to our start screen of Book 3. You can see Princess Eutropia's badass, like, battle princess outfit here. Very cool.
Hey, is that a Jane? No, that's a wyvern. That's a wyvern.
Tis a wyvern. Also, the iconic, I believe it's the iconic Cavalier and the iconic Medium? I can't remember who the background was.
I mean, they're using like psionic abilities.
Mhm.
They have flying, so.
All right.
Funny, she looks like a small.
So it's like a what?
Oh,
All right. Let's start with our beginning of Book 3. So, you all would be invited back in early morning, about a week after the events of Book 2, again to the Palace of Birdsong, where you can meet with Martella Lothide. As you arrive, the Palace of Birdsong is bustling with activity as artisans work to restore its faded glory, and visiting diplomats elbow one another in the halls. Martella Lothide is waiting in her office with a platter of honey cakes and a steaming teapot on her desk. Thank you all for arriving so quickly. Please help yourself to the refreshments. I hope you've enjoyed a well-deserved rest. I'd offer more, but I've been giving the serving staff a lot of days off in light of the recent traumas. I'm amazed you got any of them to stay, but I heard that your speeches were quite convincing. And, well, because of that, we've been a little short-handed. Now, let me ask, how much do you know about Yanmas? If it isn't much, I have a few books you could read on your way, because that's your next stop. The city has been neutral up to now in the war for the crown, but commands considerable wealth and access to exclusive trade goods. Its support would be invaluable, and the princess and Pytharius have both sent delegations to win an alliance with the Mercantile Council that runs the city. However, our agent, Sir Mayor Jatavis, has gone missing. His last correspondence mentioned troubling recent events: bandit raids, cult activity, missing soldiers. He was working alongside Pytharius' representative, an earl named Yander Mercandus, to resolve the problems. But I haven't heard anything since, and I suspect foul play. Find Mir, or else continue his work of convincing Yanmas to formally back Eutropia. I have another reason to dispatch you quickly, though. This cult Mayor mentioned, the cult of the Twilight Child. They claim to worship a resurrected Prince Carius, Eutropia's younger brother, the one that died 20 years ago. Attempts to resurrect him after his death failed, and while it's possible for a powerful spellcaster to raise the dead after so long, it still strikes me as suspicious that a potential claimant to the throne has only just now appeared. Eutropia hasn't yet heard the rumors about her brother, and I'd like them investigated quickly and quietly. Any questions?
Hey Ben, is it a knowledge geography or local to know about the place we're going?
About Yanmas, it could be either. Okay, so you know Galatus as well, the 22. You know that... Oh, Valorous is up to a 25. Nice. Yanmas is a Taldan city. It stands along one of the trade routes that flow across the deserts of Kazmaron, linking it with the heartland of the Empire of Kelish, which is where a lot of exotic trade goods would come from, like she was mentioning. With lands even farther away. Unsurprisingly, the entire city is based on trade, and it provides vital services to caravans that go across the continents. Usually it provides like military support, it provides mercantile support, but it makes sure caravans get to where they need to safely. And not only that, they get to where they need to with Yanmas taking a cut of the profit. Yeah?
Could you throw up the Taldor map?
Yes. Maybe the overall map. Here we go. Oh, hold on. it reverted to nighttime. All right.
Okay.
Oh,
So where is this Yanmas?
So, currently, boop-a-doop-a-doo. Sorry, I should make sure I don't give you guys the wrong spot here. Yanmas is farther north along the river up here. Hold on, I'm not pinging on the right layer.
So like over here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it's near that island thing, or is that it? That island in the river?
It makes it look more like an island on this map. It's more of like an archipelago. Or not archipelago, sorry. It's
Okay.
like where the river ends inside the city, essentially. Once you guys get there, you're able to see what I mean more clearly with like the map of Yanmas.
Okay.
Hey Ben, so I'm hearing from the description that I would be able, like, you said exotic trade goods, right?
Mhm.
How easy would it be for me to get a couple tigers?
Tigers are actually native to the Empire of Kelesh, so much easier there than where you are now.
Okay. Awesome.
It's a pretty big city compared to where you guys are right now. A population of about 7,000. Mostly humans, followed by halflings, half-elves, and like random others. Those are most of the details you would know right off the bat.
Okay. Pretty exciting.
But in response to her speech, she asked you guys, is there any questions you might have? Here, I can... Hold on. There's not a handout they gave of her speech, but I'm going to drop it in Discord in a second.
Any other contacts there besides the one guy you sent? Like, if we can't locate him?
She shakes her head. She's like, that being said, I had heard that after the party and the night at the Senate, you all had gotten a bit closer to Yander Mercandus, who's Pytherius' representative. That would be he was like the merchant guy that offered you guys sailing ships if you needed to go somewhere.
Ah.
Oh, yeah, okay. He works with Triangle Man?
He does.
Not for long. If he wants to stay alive.
She's like, look, he is working for Pytherius, but the man is above all else in it for the money. If
My
you could
kinda guy.
sway him, perhaps we could consider him an ally that you find there. Here's her full speech.
Pause.
Additionally, she could tell you about about Yander Mercandus. She says, and the Mercandus family operates a sea trade. They landed in Moda Prefecture, but Yander works heavily in Opara. I've had the dubious pleasure of working with him in the past. He's charming, insightful, but ruthlessly efficient. He's the sort of man you watch very carefully, only to be struck down by a carriage you never saw coming.
Well, this sounds challenging.
Could very well be. But that's why I'm sending my head spy masters here.
Oh, you're just saying that to butter me up.
Not at all. Your agents have been remarkably successful. I'm sure over the journey there and with your time in Yanmas, you will have plenty of time to engage in operations and other such things to further your influence throughout the country.
Okay.
So, is she going to be staying here now?
Martella?
Yes.
She would tell you that she's planning to. This is like her base of operation with the princess. She might sometimes have to go on diplomatic missions to try and sway these areas. Like you can see it on this updated loyalty map. Now we have a lot more that is green with Eutropia because you guys got Moret County involved in that whole area. So there is certainly a lot more that has been moved to her side of this conflict. However, Martella could still be sent away to like various other places to influence like the Briarsmith family, or other places to try to gain more influence.
Yeah, maybe she'll try to influence Dragon.
There is indeed a dragon on the map. But whether it's just for style or for deathly combat, maybe we'll never know.
Compared to the size of this map, that dragon is absolutely huge. So
And that giant spider, yes.
Yeah, avoid the spider. It can have what it wants.
Yo, there's more than one dragon. Like, why? Hold on. Or there's like another one up here.
Mm-hmm.
There's a third one over here.
I'm pretty sure this is like kind of like Here There Be Dragons aesthetic. Like classic maps.
Taldor's done for, where it's flanked by 3 gigantic dragons.
It's got a
Just-
spider in the heartland.
The most enormous dragons anyone's ever seen.
Like
Just
a
well
huge-
past ancient category.
There's like a head. I mean, there's like also just a giant here.
Just a giant demi-lich, you know?
What
Just a
the
giant
fuck is
floating
this horse, dude? Look at that giant horse.
a large
Truly,
boat.
truly a land of nightmares is Taldor.
How huge this boat is.
You know, you'd think that maybe they would. It might be the like you're saying, like the ancient maps where they just drew stuff on them. But
Yeah.
like these things actually exist. Can you imagine if you bought a map and there was just a giant fucking dragon on it?
Oh, in a world with dragons? Yeah, that would be terrifying.
Yeah,
Fuck
it's
that.
there for aesthetics, guys.
Look how
It's there for aesthetics.
look at how big these birds are.
That's his winter home. It's his winter home. We're fine.
It must be so stressful walking a fine line between being artistic and being accurate as a cartographer in this world.
Yeah.
Adventurers
Can
just
you imagine
bursting into
how
your shop
terrifying-
demanding maps.
Like actual dragons are too. Like they can just shapeshift into people and just fuck around.
Yeah, I mean, they're terrifying. The dragons
They're
are scary.
fun.
Do you guys have any other questions for her? As she prepares you to go to Yanmas.
So
Don't think so. I mean, she's got some of these books have like the nobility and the people, right?
Yeah, they would get you with the book she lent, you could learn a lot more like on your carriage ride there. It takes about since you guys have the nice carriage, it would take about first it's like 7 days on land, and then you can either do another 7 by carriage or 4 by river.
I think after 7 in the carriage, I'll be ready for a boat ride.
Fair enough.
Fuck that, dude.
I do have
I can't swim.
Martella.
Well, I'll meet you there then. Hey, does anybody have like fast moving agents that we could get there ahead of us and kind of see what they can find out for us before we arrive?
I would say
I mean,
so.
what's the point of having agents if they can't, somebody? I tell
mean,
you what, my agents will find us a place to stay.
Yeah, I think you could definitely send some of your guys' agents ahead, especially with like you guys are in a nice carriage, but they could be like trying to like book it on horseback and go.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
No, yeah, I think you could definitely send some ahead. If you guys
Concept.
want, we can start next session. We could do like you guys are gonna have 10 persona phases over the course of book 3. We could do one at the beginning to send out some operations and some feelers into the city.
That sounds good.
Okay, yeah, I'm totally down for that.
But yeah, I also have one more question.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So, if you know, what age was Eutropia's
Brother.
brother before he died?
Oh, he was in his
Come on.
20s. He was actually a really popular candidate for the throne. Before he died, Eutropia didn't really spend any of her time politicking. I think, honestly, it was kind of in her brother's memory that she took up the cause. Because he was certainly a progressive, and while I've never found proof that his death wasn't an accident, I've always worried that he was killed for his progressive beliefs.
Yeah. I mean, when your dad hates women as much as he did, you know, I could definitely see him committing, whatever.
Infanticide?
That's babies.
Yeah.
That's just
That's the one that jumped to my head.
Very-
I'd say, like,
Patricide?
Very late
No, wait,
term
that's
abortion?
killing.
no, that's
Dad.
fathers, right?
Yeah.
Fuck, what is it?
Oh my god, it's gonna bug me.
is killing your children.
Fraternicide? Is that like... I don't know. Fuck. God damn.
Infanticide is killing either your siblings
To
or
kill.
your like parents killing the children.
Filicide. The act of a
Filicide.
parent killing their child, from the Latin word filis for son, or filia for daughter.
You know
So-
what else?
Man, I took Latin. I should have remembered that.
What's it called when you kill a person named Phyllis, though?
It depends. Is Phyllis also your daughter?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, if she was, it'd be Phyllis for Filicide. Okay, we're starting to lose the thread here. All right.
I wanted to check with everybody. What do you want to... Oh, well, first question, Ben.
Yes.
Are we
Okay.
going to still be involved in Stockus? Or is that, like, previous book, we're not really doing much with him anymore?
If you guys want to like send stuff back to them and like work on that, you can. It's not going to play as big a part in the books going forward, though.
All right. So that being said, what do you guys want to do with Sir Gulgasarn? Do we want to try and do something with him? Should we just ignore him from here on out?
Well, we did say that we like promised him something once we.
Yeah, no, we should just, you know,
Should we
Invite
send
him
him
back.
back to be caretaker over Stockus?
yeah,
That
and
would
like
probably
Martell
be
or
fine.
whatever, because he worked for the Lotheeds, not for Bartleby.
Yeah, he was a spy man.
You guys also did. You had that really good diplomacy check. I remember where you like made the point that if the Count dies and he's loyal to the Lotheeds, Martella is a Lotheed.
That's true.
So yeah, we can just send him back to Martella.
Yeah.
All right. We'll send him a letter to go back and help Martella.
Hell yeah. All right. Gilgasarn can certainly help Martella out at the palace, and I mean, he's a capable Inquisitor. He'd be very helpful.
Yeah, he is.
So Sepsimia and O'Care.
Over the week that you guys everything settles down, you do get a not quite as nice as the letters you guys send out, but a fairly nice, well, like embossed with gold paint invitation. Saying that Sepsini and O'Cara are to be wed, and the two families, House Crab and House O'Cara, are going to be joined.
Plot successful.
What should we send for a wedding present?
I'd
A
say
sword.
a tiger.
I was about to say a tiger.
I mean, honestly, some like spells or something might be good.
I'm definitely sending a tiger.
All right. Well, as you guys discuss weddings, I think that's a good place to stop here. We've just started book 3 of The Twilight Child. Yeah. So you guys are on
Kill
a
more children.
book 3 out of 6. Good job, guys. Excellent session for a
Woohoo.
Monday.
We're almost halfway there.
I'm just going to do a quick shout out to Sirenscape, then run a last ad. And then if people are watching want to come back tomorrow is Tuesday. So it'll be Ruins of Aslant. All right. Thanks as always to Sirenscape for the amazing atmosphere and music. You can add these sounds and more to your game when you download either the Sirenscape desktop or mobile app. It comes with 10 free sound sets to get you started. You don't even need to register. Just head on over to Sirenscape.com to find out more. Thank you everyone for watching. I'm going to run one last ad here. If you want to stick around and support the channel, I'd appreciate it. And everyone have a good night. And